Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunfall Cycle.
Impeccable. You haven't lost it.
Amazing.
Ooh, we're back.
I'm just saying that I will talk shit if you need me to.
I was trying to
I'll
save you
fucking
from
burn
that.
people to the fucking ground if they are shitty to you and they fuck with you. You just give me the word.
All right, this has been great so far. This is automatically flagged on
I've
YouTube.
got
Shout
nothing
out
to
to
lose.
YouTube. Automatic flag.
Charity. On this episode's
This
charity
episode is
There's a
automatically
hot start
flagged.
there, Jesse Cox.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I tried to let y'all get it out. Yeah, it was in. I heard
Ron
y'all.
literally said, she's like, I think Jesse's about to start. And then
I
you
was trying to
turned it
help
off.
you and then you repeated it, Steven.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I'm just saying, if you need me to talk shit, I will talk some shit.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable that you get 2 tacos when you ordered 3. Bronze.
I don't even know what that means.
We need to put those people on blast.
I really need to listen to what you guys say at the beginning because that sounds not like what you were talking about. I'm gonna let you know.
What are you talking about? We're talking, Bronze went to a taqueria. She ordered 3 tacos.
Bronze
They
went
gave
to
her
taqueria.
2.
What'd you get, Bronze, at your taqueria?
Lengua
Carnitas.
tacos.
I'm sorry, what? What tacos?
Lengua.
Yeah, what are those?
Tongue.
Yeah, and what was on 'em?
Lingua balls?
What was on those tacos?
Vegetables.
Yeah, what kind of vegetables, Bronze? What kind of?
Cilantro.
Oh, cilantro was on there.
Cilantro?
Cilantro sounds like something made by, like, brought to you by Glurmies.
Squilantro.
Cilantro.
Leave me
dumb.
alone, Jesse.
I will not. I will never. I'll go to
God
my grave
damn
annoying
it.
you.
Oh my god. Jesse always has to fucking.
It is one of the few
You can
joys
never
I
show
have left in
weakness.
this world. It's all I've got.
Yeah, you can never
ever
show
do a
weakness to this
bit.
man.
I can't. It's like a raptor. He senses movement. If I ever do a bit, he's just like,
He'll get you.
tell
Yeah.
me more about that.
But it's only out of love. It's only out of, like, real love, I believe.
On
just
our
likes to flaunt that he has
podcast
the
on
power.
Monday, I literally was like, we should just delete women.
You didn't say that. And then we edited ourselves out and then just had a clip of you saying we should delete women. And frankly, I'm fine with that.
No one gets my humor. It was definitely not out of, frustration and anger and pain.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Which needs like badges that you can give out to your subs when like something unique happens, and you can just like title the badge something meme-ish and then be like, everyone in chat right now gets the "I was there when we
Yeah.
delete women" badge.
Cilantro bag.
Bonk,
badge.
Squilantro.
Yeah,
Cilantro.
Cilantro badge. I fucked it up 3
Squilantro
ways.
badge.
Yeah.
And everybody in chat right now could earn Squilantro, but not if you weren't here.
Now if you weren't here.
Squilantro sounds like a transformer, but instead of turning into a car or a jet, he turns into a plant.
Yeah.
Like he's
That's
the
pretty
lamest.
good.
Womp, 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 womp. Like Squilantro, stop.
Ficus.
You're not helpful. He's like, don't
For some
worry.
reason, I thought Squilantro was like a Pokemon.
Oh, that
The
works too.
NFT version of
You forget
cilantro.
about him. You forget about him. Then it turns out he was a fucking succulent on the villain's desk like the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
I
We have word from
feel like he would
Squilantro.
belong to Team Rocket. Like,
Yeah.
go Squilantro, and Squilantro's like the. It looks like you, Jesse. It's just like this dude with like a planty on his head.
Squilantro.
Squilantro.
Yes.
Squilantro. Squilantro. Yeah.
You're an evolved form of Bidoof.
And
Okay,
then
here's the
there's,
question
like,
for
this,
you.
Like, really hot woman that owns you, and she's always like beating you over the head because you're not like badass. Like,
Squilantro.
Just bonking him.
yeah.
Squilantro.
Squilantro. Yeah.
Like, why can't you be Charizard?
Yeah, and then when I get like blasted off into the stars, I'm like, Squilantro.
I like Squilantro.
Meowth and I have like a bond that no one truly understands, right? That's how
So
it
my
works.
question for you is here.
And Wobbuffet and I, Wobbuffet. Yeah.
Because all Pokemon speak their name. Do we think that Meowth's actual name, like the name of the Meowth Pokemon, is actually just a really long name that's the sum total of all of the words that Meowth has ever said in the Pokemon series, strung end to end? And it just so happens that he's continuing to speak his own name at like narratively seemingly appropriate moments, but he's not actually communicating. He's just continuing the statement of his own name.
Are you on drugs?
I mean,
Yo.
that's a reasonable
Are you-
assumption.
Are you
Are
microdosing?
you microdosing right now? What's happening right now?
Hello?
Do you guys ever like think about Meowth and like how Pokemon's names are like what they say, man? And
Nah,
like, what
bro,
if he
listen,
like
look.
said his name, but his name was everything he said, man? That's what just came out of your mouth.
Meowth gave me a
This is very
conundrum
reasonable.
as a kid,
Also,
though,
kids,
because I
don't
never
microdose.
understood why he was so smart. You know,
It is weird that Meowth can talk.
I was
I
like,
mean,
if he's
he also
so
walks like a
smart.
person.
Yeah, like, I was like,
You think?
He doesn't
isn't
walk
there
like a
an
cat.
episode
Oh,
where
is
he
it-
like comes across other Meowths
on
and
his
they
little-
can't like
And they
communicate
don't.
with him?
Yeah, that's I don't remember.
What?
Yeah, I'm
that's an
pretty sure.
episode. It scarred me as a kid, and this was right after I had read a book about a mouse that like gets intelligent. Yeah.
Oh, waters something for flowers for Algernon.
Was there
Or
an
was-
ever Secret of Nim childish version
The
of
other one?
that? I feel like maybe it was Flower
Probably.
Forever. I read a book about a mouse that gets smart and realizes the rest of the mice are dumb, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the animated
Oh
version."
my
of
god,
that.
that's me.
This is so sad. No, I never thought it
Oh
was
my God,
me.
it's me.
Like watching Pokemon scarred me, where I was like, Meowth doesn't have anyone in his world that can understand him.
What do you
Wait, is this
mean?
real? I just Googled this. It says one day Meowth came across a female Meowth named Meowsy. She rejected him saying that he was poor and that she preferred humans. So Meowth attempted to
Yes.
make himself more human-like to make her love him. Thus, he
Yes.
painstakingly taught himself to
Yes.
speak human language and walk upright like a
Yes,
human.
that is the
Does
plot.
that mean
Yes.
all Pokemons can learn to talk? They just
Yes.
choose not to?
Yes, that is the yes.
I mean,
What?
would you, if you had
Yes.
the choice, I wouldn't. If you had the choice between being you right now, you know, Brit Posen,
What the?
or being Jigglypuff.
No,
which
I'd
one
be
would you choose?
Snorlax and I would just take naps all the time.
I'd be
Straight-
Jigglypuff.
Straight Jigglypuff.
Snorlax.
Oh, I'd
So
Jigglypuff
people would be
like
like, get up and do
Jigglypuff.
something. And I
Yeah,
would just be like,
Jigglypuff.
Snorlax.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
I feel like some of
You're
the
gonna make me
appeal
choose.
of being a himbo is actually just like not having to think very much.
Steven wants to be Machop
Oh
Yes.
or Machamp.
Yes.
Steven is more like Geodude.
Do you think Machamps hurt their backs?
Yo, dude.
I feel like they don't. I feel like Machamps
What?
never have to worry about injuries.
No, those guys, that's
It's
all
like
muscle.
effortless.
Machamp never pulls his lower back.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What if Meowth became a... Is Persian the next thing up from Meowth? Whatever the
Yeah, I
case,
think so.
would Meowth continue to be as sassy but look like a more sassy cat? Would it? Would,
I think
would
Meowth would
be like?
become more sassy.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because Persians have like that sassy look, where they're
Yeah.
like, boy, that's an out of context statement. Persians have like a sassy look. You know what I mean? The Pokemon.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? They
What
got
do you
like
mean?
that. They got like that look, Bronze. You know that like look. You know that cat kind of giving you F me eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Bronze? Got her. You tried. You tried to get me. I saw what you was doing. You was trying to get me with an old Jesse Switcheroo, but I Jesse Switcheroo 2 on you. You can't beat me. I'm a wild card. You can't stop it. You can't
You
get me,
just
Bronze.
said when a cat gives you the F me eyes.
You can't beat me.
Yeah.
I always keep you guessing. What am I gonna
No,
say
but
next?
apparently I can't beat you, but apparently a cat can.
Only a Persian.
I really missed you guys. I really missed this. I really missed this quality.
Okay.
time.
This is the conversation that
here's a
doesn't
genuine
quit.
question.
This
Here's-
one, this very one right now,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
conversation we're
Jesse.
having right now,
Yep.
it's not any other conversations. I feel like that's an Elmo moment. Really? Really, Britt? It's this conversation? This conversation is the one that makes us best friends? It's not any other conversations that we had, Britt? You know, maybe think it was the microdosing.
We make glurmies together. They're not good as they
What about the glurmies?
all the ways that we support each other, Brit.
You know what? They should do a thing where you can
anus.
donate money. You know how they have that like thing, that organization where it's like donate money and you can win a chance to like have lunch with the cast of BoJack or something. It'd be so fun to donate money to like win an hour of like shit talking with Elmo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
Smoke
be
a bowl
fun?
with Elmo.
Time with Elmo.
Oh, with Elmo.
Don't
worry,
worry,
wanna
Elmo
corrupt
bring his
Elmo.
own. Elmo's got like little baggies.
Britt, what if Meowth? What if his name was actually?
Elmo would never say that. Steven, Elmo would never
What
say
if
that.
Meowth's name was?
Don't put that evil on Elmo. Elmo would never say that.
Do you think Meowth's
Sesame
name
Street.
is just a string of words that Meowth says?
Oh my god. Sesame Street is the forbidden Pokemon zone. There's Kanto, and then there's Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You have to get on the sub to go there, and you can only do it post when you beat the gym leaders, and after then you can go. Yeah.
Spend an hour discussing Pokemon theories with Elmo. That's the prize.
I imagine Elmo has a briefcase, and it's oh my god.
He'd be so
Wait.
good with a little briefcase.
Yeah, but the briefcase is only filled with he's like, I got uppers and downers.
oh my
whatever
god,
you
I was like
need.
thinking like banana chips. Where
I feel like we're just describing that
Elmo took the red
musical
pill.
that's about like puppets, but they're foul mouthed.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Elmo, and it's not like
Q Avenue or whatever.
Avenue
Yeah.
Q.
Avenue Q. Sorry,
It's not like
yes,
Smelmo.
It's
This
good.
is straight up just our boy Elmo, who's just finally had it.
I
got
you know what?
cookies.
Elmo
Like,
quit Sesame
I
Street
will
to do
say-
monologues on Broadway.
I
One
think-
Elmo shows.
I don't think Elmo would have a briefcase full of uppers and downers, but I 100% believe Kermit would.
Mm.
Like
That's
Kermit
'cause-
has always struck me as more adult. Like I feel like Kermit would 1,000%.
That's because
Maybe
he
only
loves
one
Miss Piggy,
canonically
and
married.
you know Miss Piggy on that. You know she on that. So Kermit
She's
is
a
just like,
high-powered businesswoman. She's
Yeah.
cocaine all the way.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kermit just has that briefcase and like, don't worry, Piggy, I brought everything you need. And then she's like, give me the
Take the
uppers,
Xanax.
Kermit. Put it in my smoothie.
Why are we ruining him like this? This is
We're gonna get
I feel like the
That's
Sesame
intense.
Street characters
That's
are
a
not
different
yet in the
universe.
public domain. Folks, we've really got to be doing this with Winnie the Pooh.
Right? Yeah, that's
Oh.
true. Yeah,
Uh,
Winnie the Pooh.
You're right.
I
you're
gotta
right.
say, like, it's weird. I recently watched Muppet Christmas Carol for the first time.
What? First time?
Yeah, because I was never like super big into Christmas. I'd seen all the other Muppets movies, but not this one. And then just realized it's like unironically very good.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a good movie, like regardless of being whether like you're into Christmas. Like you don't have to be a Christmas fiend to enjoy it, which I was like very surprised by. But it also strikes me as like I feel like Miss Piggy was a formative character for me a little bit.
Oh
in
yeah,
that,
no,
like, she
I've seen
doesn't
that.
adhere. God damn it! But like, there's this scene where like you think like, oh, Miss Piggy is like this big personality, but when his when Kermit's boss comes to his house to like ask him to work on Christmas, Miss Piggy is dead ass about to beat this man to death.
Yep.
And I was like, regardless of what anybody says about her, she is that ride or die, where it's
oh
like,
yeah.
like Kermit might seem like, oh, he's so soft and this, that, and the other. I'm like, that's because he's got Miss Piggy,
Yeah.
to be
He
like
knows.
that.
He knows
Kermit-
she's gonna be there to protect him, so
Kermit
he
can
can just
go on
fucking
long-
do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Kermit can go on long bike rides and sing about rainbows because he's got that strong woman at home who's like, hey, yo, I'll kill him, Kermit. And you're like, yeah, that's right, baby. All right, I'm going to go for a bike ride and write a ukulele song about rainbows by love. He's like, I'll be here murdering honey bunches.
He loves it though. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He could leave. He stays. He loves it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He could leave. There's other pigs out there.
Didn't they get divorced a while ago?
Divorced? No
I thought
way.
that they announced their separation like a few
Kermit, Piggy.
No way.
Divorce.
That is like some baby nut bullshit. Like if that happened, that was dumb. It
Oh
was
my
dumb.
God, they officially ended things in 2015.
Thank you.
When?
Listen, I know my Muppet like
If they can't make
information.
No
it
wonder
work,
he's old. They're
They
freaking
broke up
divorcees.
a while ago.
If they can't make it, there's no hope for anyone.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
question.
They
remember,
announced
I
it,
remember
like, on
seeing
Twitter or
Kermit, Am I
something.
the asshole?
Yeah.
Am
Miss
I an
Piggy
asshole
did admit that she absolutely considers Kermit a good friend and colleague. I absolutely consider Kermit a good friend and colleague.
Meanwhile, Kermit's
haven't
like,
gotten back
I've
together."
got different hose. I've got hose in different area codes over here. Kermit the Frog laying pipe here. Yeah.
It's not easy being green.
Kermit the Frog dialing up hose here. Hello. When I go to the club, Piggy's like, Kermit and I are best friends. Kermit's like, I don't know her anymore. Yeah. What I'm saying is Kermit's a G. He is a playa, and
he
everyone's.
would have a briefcase full of drugs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
I'm
in
just
his
used
case,
to
it's a trench
confirmation
coat,
of it.
and he wears a black duster, but with no shirt underneath it, and only goes to like Blade style raves. He has no shirt, black duster.
Goth bars.
I mean,
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you think that he met Fozzie?
Yeah, Fozzie was at
True.
the blood rave. Waka waka, and blood rained down, and they were like, yeah, doing their like, yeah, that dance they do, but in the blood rain. Yeah, it was crazy. How they made it out of there alive is wild.
That's how they met Animal too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
It was just there.
Animal was DJing the blood rave.
Definitely.
Ah!
Yeah.
Throwing buckets of blood out. Kermit.
Good old blood rave, man.
Yeah, did you
Blood
know? Did you know? I wrote this song. Yeah, this is a cover of my song.
Animal just does like a super bassy version of Rainbow Connection.
Yes.
Rainbow, bo, 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 bo.
Bo 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 bo
Boots and
bo
pants, but Rainbow Connection.
bo bo bo.
You
Yeah.
know how I always make like Always Sunny references? That reminds me of the time they do like a fashion or not fashion show. They do put on a children's pageant and they remix Yankee Doodle. And it's like Yankee Doodle went to town. And it's like
I forgot about that.
what? Like they try to make Yankee Doodle sexy.
By the way, speaking of Always Sunny, last night I was watching the new episodes, and they go to Ireland. Except I realized halfway through they clearly just filmed it in LA because they're walking in Culver City, and I was like, "What?" And everything
when
is
that
ruined
happens.
now. Living in Hollywood ruins the fantasy
Yeah,
for you all. I
You
was like,
always recognize places.
"They're just down this Ireland. They're down the street. Like, how dare they?" Oh yeah,
I could
everything's
tell
ruined.
it wasn't Ireland just based off of the like they literally stop in front of a McDonald's and I was like, this doesn't look
No,
Is it
that
the
is
scene
straight
you're
up
talking
in
about?
downtown Culver. The place they were walking is literally it's like 10 minutes from me. It's ridiculous. I'm like, shut up. No. Later on, they end up in a place that kind of looks like Ireland, but I bet that's like further down the coast. All I'm saying is, it ruins the fantasy every
Are they like
time.
where the movie theater and stuff is and all
No,
the salad
literally
places?
downtown Culver, right? You can see the triangle-shaped building, and you
Yep,
can see
okay.
the platform they just
know
installed
exactly what
there
you're
with the movie.
talking about.
It is straight up just I'm like,
Ah,
this ruins
that's
everything.
right by where Cece has to get her kidney scans done.
When I think of Ireland, I think of the plentiful palm trees.
I was surprised that they hid them so well. That was very funny. Is they were like, yeah. But I guess angles, man. They're at one point they are in a library, and the library is straight up just the Museum of Jurassic Technology in LA. I was just like,
Why
fantasy is
didn't they
ruined.
add the Europe filter? They've got the Middle East filter, which is just like straight up orange.
Mhm.
What is that all about? I don't
No
understand.
clue.
Yeah.
What is
The
that
Mexican
all
one is
about?
like hard yellow.
Is there a different sun there? I don't know what's going on.
The Ireland filter is like green.
Yeah, the Mexican filter too. Good
Yeah.
lord.
It's the-
Any
the-
South,
the-
any Central or South American.
The Ireland filter is just Celadon from Instagram.
Oh, is that what you have going on right now, Steven?
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
was like, Steven, do
Yeah,
you have
well,
the Ireland
I'm coming to
filter
you
on?
live from the Matrix,
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
which is in Ireland.
All right.
it's true. I've seen it. The place is crawling with calamari.
I hate that red pill has come to be associated like with such a cringy movement.
You hate that what's come to be associated with the cringy movement?
I recently discovered what red pillars are.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh no!
In a way, you were
was
blessed.
that chest? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, was she
Wow.
baby?
I didn't know. And then it was like broken down to me and I was like, I hate this. That's literally my reaction. By Balvin of all people, Balvin like broke down to me. I was like, why did they do this to the Matrix? Like why like that's not what taking the red pill is. That's what they think it is. Oh.
I haven't seen Matrix 4 yet, and I want to.
I haven't seen it yet either, but like from my understanding of the red pill, it's not like, oh yeah, Morpheus gives Neo the red pill and then he hates women. Like,
No.
Yeah.
It's that Morpheus gives Neo the red pill and then he understands gender.
Boy, I'm gonna let y'all watch the new Matrix. I got nothing to say.
I heard it was really bad. So
I got
don't
nothing
watch
to
it.
say.
I've heard it's both really bad and really good, which means
Yeah,
it's a good
so-
movie to
so,
watch.
like-
Ooh, is it like bad good?
I've heard a lot of people like
Yeah.
that are so on such polar opposites of it that I'm like confused.
It's
All of the trans people that I follow on Twitter loved it. And lots of other people that I follow on Twitter hated it. So I feel like Lana Wachowski knew her target audience.
All right, I'll watch it then.
My guess is that it's based.
Yeah, no, I'm super curious, but like, did y'all know that literally 1 week into my Christmas vacation, the Netherlands went into lockdown again?
yeah, but that's so
They
you
Sorry,
could,
closed everything.
that's so you could find time for Jesus.
They're not having you guys just go to work even though you test positive? Is that
No
not what you guys are
Spider-Man.
doing?
No.
No Matrix. No going to work if you test positive. Schools are closed. No pandemic. Don't go out.
I feel
There's like a
like
giant
we
glass shield that
probably
comes out of the Rhine River.
Yeah.
could have
Oh,
benefited
blocks
from
out
that.
You know,
Or-
look, I am deeply regretful that my vacation was entirely spent confined within the walls of this apartment. However, I also recognize that it is good public health policy and to support these movements in order to make certain that as a society, we all live healthily. And
Not missing much, man. It's a couple weeks. Like, there's human beings out there. Good, bad, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
I
want to
don't
see
know.
them.
And they're like, stay in your house for a month. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. No one, I can just be
No, I don't know.
alone for a month.
Okay. Here's
I have a perfectly good reason not to go places and do things. Okay.
here's a 2022 truthism for you all. Playing Death Stranding in the age of a pandemic hits different.
I need to replay that game.
Mm.
I bought the
never played that.
director's cut and I haven't played it, so I need to like
Yeah.
play that.
You
game.
haven't
I
played
got my
it?
new PC, guys.
No,
we can play
beaten-
games.
I've beaten the
Oh,
old
you don't play-
one, but like
Okay,
not-
okay.
yeah.
Yes, Eric. I have to get it all set up, but I
70
got
Spider-Man.
my fancy new PC that Sean built for me, and he got me all the fancy shit. So now I can play.
We're gonna
games
have
again.
to like throw down on some Twilight Imperium on tabletop sim. Now that you've joined the PC movement, we all gotta we gotta play these nerdy games.
I'm in.
Y'all, we should literally play Warhammer.
Jesse, what was
Ages
that
tomorrow.
face?
Nothing. It's just it was cute. That's all.
What? Playing
That-
board games with me, you fucker!
I will now.
We've got to play. We've got to play Warhammer on Tabletop
Yeah,
Simulator.
yeah. I've never played AOS. Like we made those minis, but I've only like actually played a game of 40K.
We got to play it.
I've never played Warhammer. I want to play.
Butterfinger. Is that the Butterfinger in chat? You came at the right time when Bronze was yelling at me. Hey. I will shamelessly shill for Butterfinger all day, every day.
Wait. Is
What
this
is
like the
Butterfinger?
literal Butterfinger?
That's the literal
brand
Butterfinger.
account?
Yes.
Butterfinger?
Butterfinger, we
Really?
love you, bro.
Oh my god!
That's the literal
Butterfinger's
Butterfinger.
my favorite candy bar. I'm so excited. That's like my favorite candy to eat. I put it in the fridge. I like them cold.
Yeah. See, look at that. It's real. This is
How
it's-
terrifyingly effective your brand marketing strategies are.
Do we want to be
Step
Butterfinger
one,
friends
make
forever?
a fantastic
Yes.
product. Step two, talk to people.
Yes, look at me. Look how much I love it. Ooh, I love my crispy crunchy. Wee-hoo. Yeah.
Are you sponsored, Jesse?
No, but like, what
They're
if?
just hanging out here?
Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
just hanging out.
That's nice.
I thought you modded them, but they're just verified.
There we go. I'm a Butterfinger Sprout now too.
Oh, Sprout.
How is
Sprout,
everyone turning into a
Sprout.
I don't know how to sprout. It's 2022 and I don't know how to sprout. At this
I
point,
don't
I'm too
know how
afraid
to
to ask.
sprout either.
You have a thing down at the bottom that you can change your
At the bottom.
camera. Oh, thank you, Butterfinger, for stopping by. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man.
Sharing the love.
Sprout. But board game night soon. Yo, we'll do a sponsored board game night. A Butterfinger board game night. That's alliteration, is what that is.
All right, hang on. Let's mix and match here a little bit. Butterhammer,
No, that's
Butterhammer?
terrible.
Butterhammer.
No, that's
Warfinger.
Warfinger. Yeah.
there you go.
Drake
Board game night with Butterfinger.
Drake
That's
me more finger. Yes.
bees. That's terrible. I like how we are.
Warfinger's the
We are
least
basically-
favorite James Bond.
We are basically Squirtle Squad, except Bronze is the one that has the cool glasses.
Squir-
Ooh,
They're
those
big.
are cool. I like those.
We're basically Squirtle Squad. Hold on. Are we all on the cool kid train? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Squirtle.
Have you seen that meme of like the
Squirtle.
if you idolize these, you miss the point, and then Squirtle's in there? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, let me find it for you. There's like this meme that was like, if you idolize these characters, you miss the point. And it has like the Joker, and it has old boy from Fight Club, and then it's just I will find it for you.
Oh, greetings, everyone. I have deduced a theorem and the hypotenuse of the hypothesis. Yes. We all need the
All
round
I think of
glasses.
when I look at these is Dr. Strangelove. I
I'm
didn't-
definitely gonna
Boom,
break
boom,
into the
boom,
Equestronauts
boom,
theme song.
There's some bass playing glasses, that's for sure.
Equestronauts, we're best friends forever. Equestronauts, together forever.
Nope, I hate that.
Equestronauts.
I hit that. What I love though is what the shit is that?
Butterflies.
What is? Oh!
Ooh.
Guys, I'm in the future. Oh, oh, wee.
Oh.
Welcome, Butterfinger, to the stream today. Arr. Hello.
I have
Oh, looks like Ankara.
I have a tiny mustache on the top of my big mustache.
I too have a tiny mustache. Yeah.
Okay, I posted
That's
it.
like a new style, Steve.
Oh no, Bronze.
Like a tiny mustache on top of a normal mustache.
Yeah. Your mustache has a mustache.
I don't know how I feel about that. What is
You
that?
posted it? Where?
It's in chat.
What is happening to me right now?
You got starred out, Bronze.
Oh, I did? Okay, hold on.
You got nuked.
I'll post it in our Discord.
Oh.
But when you look at that photo and you just see Squirtle is inexplicably put there, it's just somehow funny.
What is this thing? I'll post it on the old stream.
It's in our Discord.
Who idolizes these characters? They're all
true.
monsters.
But some people
Red pill.
Man,
Yeah. Some people are like, okay, but he wasn't wrong though, you know?
Oh man.
I've done multiple rants about this on Twitter, and it's because of the way that they are like. It's because of the lens through which they are shown.
Yes.
Right?
I know.
You mean this? If you idolize them, you're missing the point. And one of them is Squirtle?
And one of them is Squirtle.
That's the thing that
What
I'm
did
like.
Squirtle do though? Yeah.
What
No,
is,
I-
oh, what
There
did
was an
Squirtle do?
There was an entire conversation that I wish you were a part of, Steven, under this thread about Rorschach, where people were like, "Why is Rorschach there?" And I was like,
Uh-huh.
um,
He doesn't shower and he eats cold beans out of a can. What more can we say?
People
you
just
don't
think
know
he's
why
cool.
Rorschach is there?
People just think he's cool because he's like that, like,
Right.
I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Are you back
Oh.
to green?
I can apply the cinnamon filter and go to like a reasonably normal color. This is the, what the fuck? Oh, boost. This is my normal color. This is cinnamon.
Orange? Wait, hold on. The green is
Cream.
cinnamon?
This is normal.
I need to change your camera profile on here, my dude.
Here's,
You're
here's
like,
cinnamon.
what's going on
Here's-
with you?
Gum.
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 Gum is a filter.
Filter.
Gum is a color. The color is gum. Do I
Um,
have a app for this camera?
Oh
App.
wow! I love this.
Oh, looks so good. No, that sucks. That's
Ah, je l'aime.
hello. Well, what?
Aye. Yo.
Honey, I'm home from the office where I do business in 1952. I brought my briefcase full of drugs, uppers and downers, if you will. Don't worry, I expect my dinner to be made already and a drink to be set aside on a table. Also, where are the children, so I might scorn them for their creativity? Go back to school, you fools.
Well, I'm glad we found these.
We've devolved.
Good.
This,
Good work.
Whatever this was, it devolved very quickly. What is Zoom 10? What is this?
I've got a loading bar for some Dungeons and Dragons going on
Zoom-
up here.
Zoom
I
is
have
10 years old.
gaydar.
And I was telling
That is-
I have gaydar, and yep, all you fuckers are gay.
True.
This thing's going off like crazy right now.
What?
All right, nerds.
What?
You best believe in
Oh,
You best start believing in Dungeons
lifted
and
up
Dragons.
pineapple under the sea.
also true.
Fine, Steven, we'll play your game.
Yeah,
I'm excited to play.
Fine, Stephen,
too.
we'll play your game. Do not worry, Earth creature. We are excited.
Oh, wait, here we
are.
Oh, wait. What? No, you can't combine them. Oh no, I can't have both noir and the
No,
hat.
you have to pick.
You gotta have noir and the hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you stand here in the middle of the clockwork platform, surrounded by 3 empty bridges and 1 bridge leading back the way you came. Across the way, you see a collection of nefarious individuals. 2 of them in front are wielding massive tower shields. Behind, a trio are wielding 2-handed great axes. They are all surrounding a clockwork coven priest, standing like a giant inverted triangle, hovering in the air and looking down at you. All of them look very angry. They were looking for the, what is it called? The Madstone of Might, which you stole from the Northern Socket and set it into the middle of this machine that you stand next to.
Question,
What?
Stephen.
Yes.
Just to get reorientated because it's been like almost
1
a
week.
month. Yeah. Just to get reorientated with what's going on our map here, besides where we're at in the middle, the gray blocks are doorways, ramps. Yes?
So,
Stairs.
to the north, east, and west, you see spaces where ramps could be erected if a certain power device were socketed into the sockets connecting to the ramps on the opposite sides. Down to the south, you have an intact ramp which has been lowered from the platform across to the platform in the center because you have inserted the periaptive piece into the socket.
So what is the pink is the platform below us?
Pink is a layer of platforms approximately 15 feet below the layer on which you stand, which is highlighted in white. The dark red areas are bottomless pits of doom.
Now, wouldn't it behoove us to make the bottomless pits of doom like a darker color to simulate the pit of doom in which you can't see to the bottom of? It feels like that's more like a field of lava.
If only Roll20 had a fill tool.
Oh, okay. Blame it on Roll20. I see how it is.
Actually, I wonder if I can just like select it and then do a thing.
I love making you do something totally unnecessary.
The answer is no.
Frankly, it's one of my few joys.
What do we remember about this cadre?
So let's establish some things that you remember. You came over to the clockwork realm of Tixoxtix by reactivating the planar scope, setting its knobs and bobs over to point you in the direction of the clockwork realm of Tixoxtix. You arrived, and like the people who were here thought that maybe you knew the queen, quote unquote, and y'all were like, no. And Jesse was like, oh no, definitely don't know any queens here.
Not sure what you mean.
That sounds. Is there even a queen that exists? Which was very normal for him.
Who?
There was a guy who wanted you to go collect like the periaptive piece and bring it back to him. He probably wasn't supposed to be where he was. He was named Vanderkoor, the Clockwork Sentinel from what house was he a member of? House Kalaka. Oh no, sorry. He's from House Vixatrix. Yeah. He's from House.
Now,
Vixatrix.
was that the one that looked like their symbol was anarchy?
No, his symbol was a V.
Oh,
House Arabesque's
V for vendetta.
was
Right.
anarchy.
The other guy was all right.
You went down to get the periaptive piece. You discovered that there's this like gray swarm of iron wind that's blowing through this place and is like caustic and devours everything it touches. So you ran from it into an interior space, and you ended up like encountering another guy, Klaxon, from an enforcer of House Arabesque, who's like, you can't belong here. I'm gonna murder you because that's what I do. And Jesse was like, no, wait, I'm House Arabesque too. Don't you know? Like we're all like good buddies. Here's the dance of House Arabesque. Actually, I think it was like a secret handshake or something. Anyway, he was totally convinced. He was like, yeah, okay, then I guess you should keep going and do whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, but like be careful because the hunt is crawling through these halls. So you went into the interiors of a clockwork space. You found a pair of twins, Amix and Ulix. The clockwork twins, one of them was a ballerina with sapphire eyes and one of them was a jester with emerald eyes. And later you learned that these two children are the like surviving heirs of House Kalaka, which is a house that was actually like destroyed in some historical event or whatever. You helped save them from the creatures that were hunting through these halls. They led you to the fulcrum, which is a settlement of like, cast-offs and social rejects that don't fall into any particular house structure. You spoke with, who was it? Springcoil, the leader of Fulcrum, who his primary desire is to protect the good people of Fulcrum from the great houses who are sort of vying for warfare. There's this huge like wheel in the sky that like this whole world is a clockwork realm that's all like interconnected, like gears and shafts and like intricate, like those weird like toys that are like little spheres that you can like
we listen to Journey. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't stop believing. Yeah.
And so anyway, he was like, look, I want to help you. I do have some spies in the great houses and I can tell you some information, but you've got to help us first. You have to go get the oil flowing because it used to flow right through this reservoir outside of town. And without it flowing, we're all really starting to break down. So you went up this reservoir, solved a couple of like simple mechanics problems of levers and pulleys and stuff, and have ended up here at this strange device, which does seem to be controllable once you socket one of the there's like these dodecahedron, like they're shaped like polyhedral dice. These polyhedra that appear to operate as like power sources that act as repeaters for the power that's generated from like the golden sun that's up in the sky and is providing all of the energy that this realm seems to need. And it helped calm down this machine in the center, which was alternately like repulsing and attracting you in the previous battle. And that's when you saw this group of people heading your way. And I think that they are also, what is it? Yeah. So I don't remember what was going on before precisely, but I think that they've all got that V symbol stamped on their chest. And so fairly quickly, you've identified that these are people associated with House Vixatrix, who was the Don Quixote guy that you encountered the first time. And I think that prior to now, they hadn't really noticed you, but you all were sort of preparing and figuring out how you wanted to tackle this particular encounter.
And they're on the same platform. They've noticed us or not yet?
I think not yet, but they're like, the eye symbol is like widening and widening as you stand here. Like that's the status that we're in.
Gotcha. So objective. Oh, and can they get to us from there?
So from where they are, the way that they could get to you is, theoretically they'd have to go like this way and then down over along the side over here and then across this bridge.
And can we chat with them? Can they hear us across if there's...
You can definitely shout. Like, they'll definitely hear you. Again, you are genuinely like 35 feet away. So the length of, a long living room.
My proposal is thus. If y'all want to talk to them, cool. I don't know none of them. These people, they're not part of my allied faction. I mean, not allied faction, right, Steven?
Correct. To your understanding of the situation.
Oh, well then, great. If you want to talk to them, great. But I can just start shooting from here, and they have to like walk their ass around. So like, I can put some dudes down. You just say the word. I'm ready. I'm ready to kill.
So wait, hang on. You're asking if they're part of your allied faction.
Yeah.
There's two ways to answer this. House Vixatrix was the original guy, Vandercore, who was asking you if you knew the queen. Mm-hmm. So House Vixatrix seems to have some sort of relationship with the queen.
Yeah, no,
whoever that is.
Yeah, no, look.
But you've explicitly presented yourself as being allied with House Arabest.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Those are two possible alliances that might be at play here.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
Like I said, make the call. I'm ready to kill. I'm ready.
Should probably pick up those orbs. Pointing behind us, like the one that enabled the bridge.
But if we go back there, then the bridge will close, and then how will you get to cross?
Well, isn't Ankara an air elemental right now?
And
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
I gesture the swirling vortex that is Ankara. If we get these, then there's no chance they'll get them.
True. So is the objective to get these and retreat?
Well, our goal was to get the oil flowing again.
Yeah, I think
Create a situation where like we can't just hit the switch and have them unhit the switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because right now oil is flowing, right?
What happened? I think
we came in here.
I don't remember oil flowing as a specific thing.
No, I think it was this way. This
All
direction is where the oil was supposed to be, up here, right?
Yes.
We came in this room and we were trying to solve the puzzle of how to get across the platforms and get up to the top area over here, and that's how we got there.
Aya, would you give me an Arcana check, please? Just roll for it. Yeah, absolutely. So now that you're on this central platform and you've had like a moment to catch your breath from the previous, I think you were fighting like a collection of those silver borers that had like the bars of white hot magma they can shoot out. Now that you had a second and you socketed this periaptive piece or madstone of might into the machine, you can sort of glance at it and intuit its function. And there's like levers and bobs and knobs and stuff on the side. And as you sort of like start deciphering the way these things all relate to each other and connect to each other, you recognize that the like magnetic repulsion and attraction that the device was exhibiting earlier was a side effect of like it not being set into the proper like settings, basically. But if you put it into the proper settings, this device, like you like lean over the side and look at it and like descends deep into the depths. And there's like pipes and tubings and cables and gears and pumps and pistons that sort of like hang off the underside of this platform and just like descend down into the depths forever. It looks like the kind of device that would pull up something from the depths and distribute it into these gray channels all along the sides. Something liquid, perhaps a lot like oil.
We must protect this machine. It's our key to getting oil back to the people of Cog.
Even if I put it on the right setting, though, they'll just come over and put it on the wrong one. So we kind of gotta.
Should I go over and like whirlwind them and just see how many I can fling into a pit?
The abyss.
Well, if you recall, the other side where we entered was blocked off and destroyed in a way that we had to refashion and put it back together. So perhaps we should do the same to their side, making it difficult for them to come back and make the changes to what we've done.
We already did, in a way. We turned off the bridge, right? The only bridge that gets to our side is the one that's behind us, as far away from them as possible.
Well, certainly, but once we leave, they can just walk over.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think both groups of people are leaving this room today.
Well, right, but I'm sure there are more than 5. There's probably like, more that way. And Sark points down the long, like,
you make a meta
over.
check. You try to look on the UI of this video game to see if there's a wave counter.
If you pulse your like if you enter your Batman detective mode,
right,
you can actually see like 3 glowing yellow pips along the side of the bridge on the far side that you could probably use your batarang to blow up so it breaks the bridge. Jesse, give me a like insight investigation. Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, well, Stephen, dear friend, how fun is this? So I believe on a roll such as this, I would like to use, when we do this investigation, I would like to eye for detail it as well for maximum coolness, for maximum investigation.
Do you get advantage on this?
Let's pretend that I do.
Cool. It doesn't matter because your first roll is better. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, you get 2 pieces of information. So Sarek, just like for the benefit of people who might be a little newer around here, describe what you look like briefly, like 2-sentence description.
Sure. Imagine the most hoity-toity douchebag elf that ever existed. He is from possibly a noble line, but he's seen better days, and he is currently wearing the robe of a dead man and a bow of a dead lady that he has for actually I think arrows of another dead person.
Let's be honest here. You've also got the staff of a different dead man.
Yes. I've definitely murdered my way through this city, and now this parallel dimension. And and I am a very inquisitive rogue. I'm not the kind of rogue that sneaks around and murders. I'm the kind of rogue that is like, I wrote it down in my notebook and murders. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Perfect. So as you're scanning around, just like glancing around with your eyes, there's two things that catch your attention. One is that like the hinges on the opposite side. So this gray slate platform is like the space where a bridge would be, but it's actually just sitting vertical on the other side.
Sure.
And the hinges on the bottom side of the bridge are all quite rusted and would be fairly easy to, like, with leverage and time, just like rip off so that this bridge was straight up disconnected. And two, like, you could probably make similar sort of saboteur work sort of up over here and like kick loose a couple bolts and stuff and make it a lot harder for anybody else to come this way. Two, this clockwork coven priest in the middle of House Victrix. He looks like a big, like, he's got like big extra large shoulder pads and then like a slimming like chainmail like dress wizard robe thing going on. You notice that he has like 3 small vials that are like, they'd be like very easy to, they're like the size of a flare, basically. 3 small vials of glass that are filled with a dark gray fluid, sort of strapped to like his waist area. And this is interesting because everybody else that you've seen in this realm has only ever been carrying like really obviously utilitarian objects, like, you know, hammers or shields or books or, you know, obvious shit. So this is the first thing that you've ever seen anybody carrying where you're not entirely sure what it is. It looks like it might be some kind of a potion, but if you know anything about alchemy, it might also be the sort of thing you could throw that would break and create a sort of a splash.
But would you say those are more, would I be able to detect, do those appear to be more, not sentient, like fleshy made? You know what I mean? Like, does that look like it was something that was a gift from...
Would the make of these vials be human rather than clockworkian?
Yeah, I don't want to say human. There's many different species, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Prime materialin.
Yes,
I'm afraid that your glimpse of them is fleeting. And you're not able to quite like focus. Like if you had time and a vial in your hands, you could like hold it up to the light and maybe like catch that presence of fingerprints on it. And that's one of the ways you could tell, was this made by prime material entities? But you can't get it with your current knowledge.
Well, I mean, could I deduce not who made it, but like, oh, I've never seen any of those in this entire world before. That's certainly, like, they aren't making glass flasks aplenty in the world of TikToksics. So perhaps it can be deduced that they're from somewhere else. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I'm afraid that with your current role, you just don't know.
Thanks.
You don't know if they don't
pal.
make glass and TikToksticks or if you just haven't seen it yet.
Thanks, buddy. All right.
You're aware of the presence of these things, but you don't have a lot of information about them.
Oh no, okay, sure.
As the eye indicating your stealth level grows almost to its maximum, is there anything that any of the others of you want to do?
Aya and Kara?
Think so.
I mean, I'm just going to move forward and basically get ready to be.
I mean,
the
I was
bulwark.
just like planning to go like whirlwind.
But again, that forward bulwark, there's nothing there.
It's true.
You are currently standing on the edge of a platform, staring at a non-extended drawbridge. Like, let's go, bros! And they're on the other side, like. We'll
Be
walk
there
around.
in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna walk.
For what it's worth, Kairos, being a level 9 half-orc paladin, can absolutely just like, what's the character reference for this?
Vault?
You know, when you see like a superhero that like
Did you
jumps
say
and it, like
Voldemort?
shatters. What's that?
Vault.
No,
No, the
vault.
verb. The verb for like vault over.
I thought you said Voldemort.
He just Voldemort over.
When I think of people with hops, I think of Voldemort.
Lord Voldemort. That's who.
I was so confused. I was like, when did Baltimore do that?
Harry Potter.
No. So
I've
you know,
got
like
game!
superheroes that do like the jump and on the like leap when they're actually jumping, it like shatters the ground under them, and then they like go flying through the air, and then they slam down and shatter the ground where they land. That is 100% a thing that Kairos can do.
It's called a superhero landing, my boy.
3-point landing.
Why does he
The
hold
3-point
He
landing.
holds his wand like this, and he does this all the time.
Don't knock
I'm
it till you
only
try it,
like 33 years old. Voldemort.
Okay, awesome. You're all just like setting yourselves up to get ready. At your shoulder, Aya, Marshmallow lets out a battle cry.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Good job.
Everybody, please roll for initiative.
Are we gonna let Marshmallow attack? Keep him away from
Yeah,
these people.
I guess we're doing that.
Not
I
like
also
this.
realized I have like no hit die left.
Not like this.
But I do have my spell slots.
Where is initiative on this page?
Yeah, I'm lower on hit die, but I have all my little stats.
12? That's the reverse of Aya.
E.
Harry
Let's see.
Potter. I love me some good Harry Potter. Just like the way they say his name in those movies. It's very good.
Turn.
Harry
18.
Potter. So, they can do all the Harry Potters.
And
I'm just like imagining you walking around your apartment by yourself saying Harry Potter in every different
This
way.
is not far from the truth.
While you like make your coffee, you're like Harry Potter.
That is, I will, while doing stuff
Harry
like that, I
Potter.
will just be like singing a song to myself. And then I realized 35 minutes later, I'm still singing the song. And I was like, if any other person was here with me, they would be like, shut up, shut up. Yeah.
Just walking around pretending to be Maggie Smith.
Because I'm just like, Harry
Being
Potter.
mad that Harry Potter's late to your
Right.
class.
Harry Potter. And I'm just like pouring coffee, like,
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Poor Jess occasionally has to inform me that I have been like hammering out the beat to whatever music I've been listening to, like on my chest while I'm working, just like.
Yeah, and you don't realize like how annoying that is to every other human being on Earth. But like, sometimes I just don't
a
care.
scene from Bob's Burgers where Bob and Teddy Teddy starts to work at Bob's restaurant.
Yes.
And this reminds me of that because I feel like the real life Teddies are what send me over the edge, you know? I feel like normally I'm chill, but he does this thing where he plays like this like jazz music that has no lyrics to it. And he's like, yeah, it's just jazz music. It doesn't have any lyrics to it. It helps me work. And Bob's like, yeah, sure. You know, I could be accommodating. And then the entire time the music's playing, he goes, ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
That is 100% me.
Yeah, me too.
Jess just went, mm-hmm. Aya, next to you, Marshmallow is still trumpeting his battle tune. It's your turn. What do you do?
It's beautiful.
Would adjusting the mechanism to allow the oil to flow be a bonus action or an action?
I think it would probably be more than one action. And then like how long it took would depend on your Arcana check rolls. Because this is like a strange device. You've never seen it. You could probably figure it out and you've got the skills, but like under fire in a heated moment, it's gonna definitely take a little more focus.
In that case, I'm gonna help my team. And
So we're clear here, I'm thinking like 3 successful Arcana checks.
okay.
Yeah.
They look a little bit dangerous. So I'm gonna use one of my spell slots. And I'm far enough that I can do it easily. So I'm gonna cast that synaptic static, and I'm gonna choose
yeah. Each
this
creature in a
point.
20-foot radius sphere must make an intelligence saving throw. Cool. Target takes 8d6 damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. Amazing.
Should hit all
Okay.
of them if I point it there, which I do.
Yep. Let's save for the Clockwork Coven Priest first. DC spell save DC of 17, huh? And it's an
Mhm.
intelligence saving throw? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, he fails, so he gets synaptic static. I'll put the little sad face on him. And then we've got these other guys, these shield wallers. They've only got a +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hmm.
All right, so this
Ooh,
one
some good
saved.
rolls.
This one failed. Womp. This one saved. This one failed. This one failed. Okay, cool. Failed and failed. So let's see. Aya, would you roll 8d6?
So 30.
32 damage.
Not bad.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not
Pretty
bad.
decent. Pretty decent.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm ready to see what
Holy
this.
cow.
I'm ready to see what this dude about to do.
And
And
then
then-
these two got 16. What's
On
the
top
damage?
of that, they have to roll a d6 and subtract that number from all attack rolls, ability checks, and constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Wow.
Now that's the
You know-
good stuff. These poor guys showed up to die.
They just
Wow.
got wrecked. So actually, as you cast this and your like synaptic static just explodes in the air, what does it look like? Is it just like a motion blur?
So it's like it was heavily in my head canonically. She figured this out because I like to flavor learning spells. She figured
Yeah.
this out from when she like called the whale celestial on her bone phone
Yes.
and then like broke her brain and like started bleeding out of her nose and her eyes and stuff. So it's like almost like a thaumatic pressure type of thing where it's like a thunk, like almost like having your head put in a bell and rung a little bit.
Nice.
So it almost doesn't even look like anything other than like a ripple effect. But then like that's how I envision like especially the people that fail the constitute or the intelligence saving, they're just like blood gushing out of their noses and just being like unable to think.
So just all of these folks over here, just all of a sudden, just like start nosebleeds, like tears of blood from their eyes. Of course, these people being clockwork people, it's like all black oil that's like
Mhm.
spilling out of their
Yeah.
bronze orifices. Sorry, I mean the metal out of which these creatures are built.
I like
and
it.
For
Yeah,
some
no,
reason,
the bronze
they
orifices.
have like. Never mind.
Bronze orifice.
Moving
Yeah.
on. The coven priest turns towards you. He unhooks one of the vials from his belt and he shouts, "Interlopers!" And then he hurls the vial. It lands smack dab on top of this device
Whoa.
and shatters. And like what happens is like a condensed bubble of the iron wind that swept past you earlier, but it's like the air around you turns slate gray and you hear like a howling in your ears and like a nails on the chalkboard skittering, scritching sound as just like winds tear against you. Yes, and let's just take a look at this.
Gross.
Evasion.
I hate that for us.
Evasion.
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 Would all of you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Evasion.
Dexterity. Form of.
DC of this.
Fuck.
Yeah. Lol. Nice. So the DC was 12. So 3 of you save, and Sarek, of course, takes 0 damage from this. Kairos fails. So roll 8d6. You take Kairos, you take 32 force damage, and Sarek takes 0. Aya and Inkari both take and Kara both take 16 force damage. The air quickly clears as the substance vaporizes and
I'm gonna use my reaction to hellish rebuke him.
Oh, cool.
And I'm a demon with level 5 spell slot, so it's gonna hurt.
Incredible. You're just gonna
Yeah,
nuke
you
this
are.
guy. Okay, dexterity save for half damage for 36 damage. Dang. Let's see. What's that? Dex
Nice.
save plus 2. He rolls an 8, bursts into flame, and melts
by the way,
down.
my hellish rebuke is just a middle finger.
And melts down
love
into a
it so
pile of
much.
slag. He is dead.
Damn.
The two
Beautiful.
remaining vials of gray fluid rest on the ground on a swiftly cooling, bubbling pile of molten bronze. And Kara, what do you do?
Ooh, I think I'll just whirlwind them.
Sweet.
Let's see.
I'm looking at your character sheet. Whirlwind, nice. Strength saving throw on a failure takes damage and is flung in a random direction. The target is thrown at another creature. That creature must succeed. If saving throw is successful, takes half the damage and isn't flung away. Okay, DC 13 strength saving throws. Wait a minute. Each creature in the elemental space, please move yourself to where you would like to be. I think you can only get one person at a time. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Gross.
Because it's like you move onto them and then any creatures in your space are whirlwinded around.
Oh, I see. Because I only take up 5.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's just do the guy in the front who has some life left.
Cool. Yep.
Just go
You just
right-
fly over there and just start whirlwinding.
Yeah.
Whoop. Let's see. Strength saving throw.
Spinning around.
Cool. He like roots his feet to the ground and
No!
like lowers his shield like to brace himself against the winds and goes grits his teeth. So he is going to take 3d8 plus 2 damage halved. So please roll 3d8 plus 2. 19, so that's
Ooh.
9 damage.
Those 8s.
Oops. Let's do this. -9. But he is not flung in a random direction. Kairos, what do you do?
Can I jump over? Or no?
Absolutely. It's going to take an athletics test.
This is athletics test kind of against like my action for the turn. Or is it
It
just
will be a part of
Part
your
of my
movement.
movement. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
DC
well,
12.
not gonna fail this. Just like
Nailed
I said.
it.
Call it.
Yep,
Call my shots here.
The ground below you turns
literally-
into a crater of cracks.
I literally just want to jump over this thing and just throw this guy down.
Like
Just like-
land on him?
No. Sorry, not land on him. Like throw him down just into the bottomless pit.
Ah,
He's like stunned and dazed, and I just want to grab him and just throw him over the ledge.
it feels annoying to me that Dungeons and Dragons rules are all like you have to make a grapple check and stuff. Tell you what.
I would like to drag him 5 feet
Yeah.
off the ledge.
Tell you
or
what,
bull
here's what
rush
I think
him.
we're gonna do. Make an opposed grapple check, and if you win by more than 5, then you succeed.
All right,
And you
well,
just toss him in the pit.
all right, yeah. Kairos is going to grab him in some cool martial arts maneuver and throw him over my back if this works.
Yeah. So this is
Ew.
athletics
Right.
versus his like strength check.
I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 15. So you
All right.
got him grappled, but you aren't able to like throw him over.
Okay, and that probably counts
he-
as my attack then.
He's stronger than you imagined.
Wait. Oh,
It's-
wait. Okay.
It's a surprising turn of events.
What a surprising turn of events! I'm holding him.
And Kara.
I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself.
Okay, cool.
I was looking at, because air elementals are large, so wouldn't they take up like 4 squares instead of 1 square? But it doesn't matter anyway, because those guys are spaced out in a way that it
You actually
doesn't.
are taking
I
up
do.
4 squares.
Even if I do take up 4 squares, it doesn't matter. So that was the whole conversation I just had with myself. Sorry.
Yep.
They're so spaced out, they might be microdosing.
Yeah.
The pre-show throwback. All right, awesome. So some clockwork shield wallers decide to maketh attackeths. And Kara, the one that's like standing in your whirling storm, swings at you with a javelin that it's holding. So it's got a huge tower shield and a javelin, and it like thrusts up at you with its javelin. That's +6 to hit, and then 1d6 + 4. So roll 6. Oh shit. I think that hits.
15. What's the roll? Sorry, I'm looking at it.
And you take 13 damage from this javelin, which
What kind of
scours
damage?
through your swirling winds and discorporates your form. Let's see. This
My form.
second, the second shield waller, sort of up to the north, also steps up and swings at you with a 2-handed great axe.
What kind of hits are these? What kind of damage is this, Steven?
What kind of damage?
I'm just trying to see, because I'm resistant and immune to tons of different kinds of damage. Like I'm damage
it is
resistant to
piercing
lightning, thunder,
damage.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Let's see. Resistances. Yeah. So you take half damage then. So you take that would be 6. You take 6 damage. Yep. Very cool. Next attack, 1d20 + 6, 21 hits, and that's 1d12 + 4, I think. Yes. Cool, that's 8. So, and Kara, you take 4 damage from this attack.
Okay.
Now we have the synaptic static shield wallers. So one makes an attack at you and Kara with their 2-handed great axe. They roll a 13, which isn't good enough, but also they have to subtract 1d6. So they remove 3 from that 1d6, rolling a 10 and missing you entirely.
Nice.
Then they try to make a intelligence saving throw to end the effect. And they hit with those 17, so they are no longer synaptic static. These two step up to you, Kairos. The one who's grappling you, let's see, he's using a javelin and his shield. He's going to try to break free of the grapple.
Yep. Gonna try to break the wrist, walk away.
Yeah. So here's his roll. Go ahead and give your athletics.
All right, come on, dice. Come on. Let me be cool one time. Not this time.
Not this time. All right, he breaks free of your grapple. Oh, wait. He has a -1d6.
Ooh.
Not
Still
quite.
beats me.
He gets a
And
15
again by
to your
1.
14.
Again
Breaks
by
free
1?
of the grapple. And then he rolls to end the effect, failing to end his synaptic static. The other one across from you, using his 2-handed weapon, makes an attack against you, knowing that it's embarrassingly futile to do so, but hits you.
Okay, dude.
Oh, wait. Let's minus the 1d6. Minus 1d6.
That's true.
So he rolls a 20, which I don't think does.
No, that's not. I have a 22.
Damn.
Finally.
It's outrageous. Your armor class is so high. Awesome. Yeah, the synaptic static comes into play and prevents him from actually hitting you. Then he tries to end the effect. Nope, he is still bleeding oil profusely out of his various eye sockets, which incidentally look like the eye socket that look like the electrical sockets here in the Netherlands, where it's just like a big round circle with 2 plug holes. Yeah. Sarek, it's your turn. What do you do?
Question.
Yes.
Can I accurately shoot one of the vials that's on the body?
Let me think. It's small, which probably gives it a DC of like 12, but it's not moving, so it's like a DC 10.
If I like shattered it per se, would it not have the same effect of what it did to us?
I think you can just shoot one, like roll an attack. It's going to take your attack to do this, but yeah.
Sure. That's what I would like to do.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sark saw the mass damage that Aya did, and his jealousy boiling up a little bit. So he's going to, if he can't AoE, he's about to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to shoot one of those vials. And,
Awesome.
Yeah. Here we go. Yo.
What y'all? You nail it. It shatters, and you see just like this dome of gray, just like solid dome of gray. If you've played Valorant and you know what the smokes look like in that game, like that's what it looks like. Thunk.
Sure.
Everybody inside needs to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. So that includes Kairos and Ankara.
Sark like
Come on,
looks at
dexterity.
Aya with like the cockiest look of like, yes, I did that. Even though all their friends are in the like explosion zone. I'm like, well, look how good I am.
All right. So 3 of them save and 2 of them fail. And then here's the 8d6 damage. So Ankara, this is magical damage. It's force damage. And you take 29 damage.
Okay.
Kairos, of course, you take 14 damage. And then let me see. Top guy, 14.
As is
Moving
tradition.
clockwise, this guy, 13. Wait, 14. So this guy dies.
Nice.
Bonk. Continuing clockwise. That's minus 29. What? Oh, it's like, why does the character have 90 hit points? It's because it's Ankara. Minus 29. This guy dies.
Yup.
Donk. This guy saves. Minus 14. He dies.
Yup.
And this guy fails. Minus 29. He dies.
Yup. That's some
Finally.
good explosions right there.
And with that, we should take a 5-minute break.
Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll be back in a hot sec with some more Sunfall Cycle. See you then. Boop. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sunfall Cycle. Bang. Here we go. Let's jump back into it. Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
So Ankara and Kairos, the air just exploded in a fury of gray matter around you. And when you come to, all of these shield wallers are just lying sprawled out with like holes eaten through them. Like it's like there's like small wisps of gray cloud sort of like, you know, evaporating off of them. What do you do?
I did that. You're welcome.
I knew Sarg was going to say that. So when I look back over the bridge, I just remember the time when Sarg choked himself to death with the clown in the church. And so there's a tasteful little wry smile on my face, and I just nod a nod. But that's what's playing in my head. Is
I
him
don't
just
remember
choking
that
to death
scene
with the
happening
guy.
at all.
That's still one of the funniest
There's
things.
100% in the show production of the Sunfall Cycle. We snapped back and like just intercut that scene here. We just watched the whole thing.
Nope, didn't occur. Don't recall at all.
That wasn't too long ago.
Nope,
That
I
was
don't
in the
recall.
basement of the palace.
No.
Sarg was like level 9 or 10. Sarg was level 10 when that happened.
No, I don't seem to.
I run in there and I throw the dust of choking. Oh no! Call an ambulance for both of us.
But not for me.
But
not for you.
me.
But not for you.
Ugh.
Amazing.
I'm air, so I don't know. I just be air.
You swirl.
Yeah, I just swirl. Just swirl
Amazing.
around.
You're absolutely like catching up some of this gray dust, and it's like swirling through and around you and scintillating and sparkling in the light from the golden sun far above. Aya, you have a moment to yourself and this great machine next to you now.
Yes. I am going to try to figure out how to get it to work so that the oil starts flowing again.
Cool. I don't even need a roll for this now that you're not under any kind of pressure. It takes some time, and it takes
Isn't there
some
one man still
experimentation.
left alive?
What's that?
That's
there-
what, I thought he was just dead and we didn't.
Oh no, he definitely got killed.
Oh, this guy is dead. All right.
I think we just didn't. Yeah.
He
Okay.
definitely got killed. Oh, actually, I think like technically he didn't get killed, but
That's
I'm
not-
also not gonna make you work for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like there was like a scene where he was standing there like cowering, and then we smash cut to like Sarek choking on the cloud, Kairos giving the wry smile. This guy is like dead on the ground with like a sword sticking out of him, or a javelin. Yes. Cool. Yeah, it takes some time, but you manage to like fiddle with the bits and bobs until the machine finally goes ka-thunk. Wum, 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 wum. And from like various sort of like hidden like slots in the side of the machine, oil just starts like pouring down what originally looked like just like divots in the side of the machine as a consequence of like the matter of construction. It's like a pipe had to be here, and a casing had to be over there, and so there's like a slot between the two, but it's actually like black oil starts pumping out and running down through these slots down the side of the machine into this channel carved into the floor at the base of the machine. And it fills, all the way to the north where it just runs off the side, and all the way to the east and the west where it just runs off the side. But there's plenty flowing, and the rest of it flows to the south across the bridge that you lowered, and that is staying in position thanks to the periaptive piece that you've socketed into this socket, and continues flowing back the way whence you came, presumably down the long tube, across the bridge that you locked in place before, and then down the pipe to the fulcrum.
So,
Assuming
the
that's what you wanted
mission
to happen.
complete?
Yeah, there's like a big fanfare. It's like, quest.
Yeah.
Quest, oils well that ends well.
Oof.
Completed. A big line gets
Oof.
drawn through it. Big cha-ching, 20,000 XP. Cha-ching, here's all of the weapons that you just earned. Cha-ching, here's the crafting
I hope this
materials.
isn't a sign of things to come on Horizon Forbidden West. I hope that's the.
This is if Bethesda wrote it.
This is very obviously a World of Warcraft style quest name.
Right,
Thank
right,
you.
right. Of course. Of course.
Oils well that ends well.
Ends well. I hate that name.
That is a good. I came up with
It's
that
very
shit
creative.
off the top of
I
my
know,
head.
I
It's very-
know.
I love that.
You're flexing your improvisational muscles.
Just gotta.
Fucking Eric is in Ireland, gets a beanie and drinking beer all of a sudden. While
Yeah, it's awesome.
it's like each of you encompasses a stereotype, and I love it. Steven with his like chalet and his fancy drinks, and now we have Eric with his toque. Do you call them that now? I don't even know what you call them anymore. You're
That's
not
a
Eric
Canadian
anymore.
thing. Toque is
know?
Canadian.
I don't know. Skull cap. I don't know if you still call him beanie.
Skull cap.
Is your skull cap and your beer? Probably a dark beer. God damn it.
But the dark beer. You're just
Probably a
jealous.
lager
This is
drink.
less. This is less of like a roast and more of like, I wish I had a beer. Is what I wish. I wish I was in
Probably
Ireland.
like
that
dark
was
beer,
what
like
it is.
Yo,
It
it's-
was never a
beer.
roast.
Yeah.
It's
No,
probably
you're,
got a
you're
10%
you're making me
alcohol
wish
by
I had
volume.
those
Ooh,
things.
that's quite a lot, isn't it?
And it definitely hits different being in a time zone where this game takes place where it's also acceptable to drink rather than just waking up.
Man.
Nothing against the morning beer though.
The shower beer.
Oh, shower beers are so good.
Shower beer.
What the fuck?
What?
Jesse's
Bring
never
an
had a
ice
shower
cold
beer.
beer in
I've
your
never had
shower.
a
You've
shower
never
beer.
done that?
No, I've never eaten or drank in the shower ever.
Oh my god, dude.
Am I
You
missing
have to
out?
do
Am I?
it.
You're missing out.
It's like the best Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, you get a fucking cold beer.
Cold beer, hot shower.
Turn that
Is there a
shower up.
preference? Is it bottle or can?
Probably a bottle. I prefer bottle, but you can do a can if you want.
Now, is this now when you are showering with the hot water and the cold beer? Is this? Do you want like a light beer or like a IPA, or do you want something like a thicker, more bread-like beer?
I would think a
Personally,
lighter
I think
beer.
you want
Yeah.
something. I think you want something like a white beer. It's just like the
Something
coldest
crisp.
fucking beer you can find.
So
Like
you're
it pours ice.
all right. Now, what if I got like a White Claw? Is that can you White Claw in shower? Or is that too
Shower White Claw.
light?
I don't know. It doesn't have the same ring
that
to it as
too,
shower
like,
beer.
I mean, if
22-year-old
you like
white
White
guy.
Claw, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, I
don't
don't.
like
I'm
White
just
Claw,
saying.
so I wouldn't
I want to know
do
the
that.
rules. I don't know the rules of this.
There are
This is
no
all new.
rules. It's just like bring a cold drink into the
Can
shower.
I bring in a
It's nice.
can I bring like a meatball sub with me in there?
You can bring whatever you
Shower
want.
meatball
Can
sub.
I have a meatball sub, a
Yeah.
beer, and just
can.
stand under the water and be like, "Yeah, man, you eat my meatball sub and drinking a beer. You want to complain about it?"
You
It's
can.
like, yeah,
You can do that.
I can. What if
yeah,
it's a burrito?
Your sub might get a little soggy, but
Can I? What if I face away from the shower
it's
and
fine.
the water's on my back and I eat
There's
my
no rules,
burrito
dude.
Because
Take
you're
whatever
quirky
you
like
want
that.
in
and
there.
drink a Corona
like
and a
it's-
burrito? No, a Dos
Yeah.
Equis in a burrito.
You
No,
can do that.
a
Done.
Tecate in a burrito.
Yeah, Tecate.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. Real quick. Real talk. Real quick. We all love Tecates, right? With lime in it?
Unabashedly so.
What's
Love
a
Tecate.
Tecate?
It is. Jesse, explain it.
Tecate.
I don't want to talk bad about it.
Well, no, Tecate isn't terrible, but it's like I want to equate it to like the Bud Light of Mexican
Yeah.
beers.
Okay.
But one of the things you
Yeah,
always
that's
see,
literally exactly what I was going to say,
Yeah,
Jesse. Like,
but
yeah.
like one of the things that's interesting is whenever I've ever been to Mexico, most like tiny ass bars are either only one beer, either a Dos Equis or a Corona, but mostly Dos Equis, and then cans of Tecate. That's it. Those are the only options. And I just want to say, a can of Tecate, a big like granddaddy can, that'll set you right for the day. You're like,
Is it
let's
good?
go. Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
can't
great.
incredible.
drink Tecate.
Yeah.
I'll never know the pleasure of drinking a Tecate.
You will. Yeah. Here's the problem. The pleasure is like one of those like I'm doing it with friends, and that's pretty fun. That's about it. It's very close to like water. It has the
Yeah.
same equivalent of like it's so hot. I need beer that just tastes like water. Yeah. Tecate.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a legitimately good thing. It's
Sometimes,
like,
yeah.
when all you taste is cold, like there is a time and place for a beer that only tastes like cold.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no, that's the perfect time because you're just trying to get a small beer relaxation in the shower. It just like makes your shower more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back
Yeah,
to
you
the
don't
sh-
want to. You don't want to dilute the shower experience that much. This is an an accent.
Yeah, you enhance the shower experience.
Yeah.
I love a good shower experience.
Complimentary.
Sometimes
It's
I
like-
have like,
If you don't like drinking alcohol, might I suggest a nice cold sparkling water?
ooh,
Also,
Yes.
a Topo Chico, if you
Ooh.
will. Bring
Mm,
the bottle in.
With a spritz of lime
little
or
ranch
lemon.
water in the shower.
Oh, a little
Hell
ranch water in the shower.
yeah.
Ooh.
Little ranch water in the shower. Okay.
All right then.
Ranch
See?
water is so good.
Ranch water?
Have you had ranch water?
Oh, Steven.
Well, what?
Oh,
This
need to
guy's
come
never
to
had
LA.
ranch water.
You need to come to LA ASAP. We need to get you on
Oh.
these things.
Topo Chico, silver tequila, lime.
Yeah.
Mm, it's the best summer
delicious.
drink ever.
Delicious.
That sounds amazing.
yeah.
I want
is.
that. I want
Highly
that all the
recommend
time.
We do miss out on the like Mexican Central American influence of culture here.
Oh,
Yep, definitely.
one
And
time.
it shows.
One time in London, I went somehow. Don't ask me why. I think it was the only thing open on a Sunday night, late at night, a Mexican restaurant. And let me tell you, London Mexican restaurant, that shit is different. That's weird. It's like
Yeah.
a weird, you're like, oh, all right, this is where we're at.
Nachos here in Amsterdam are served on literal Doritos.
Amazing.
Yep.
In restaurants?
In restaurants, if
Yes,
you order
in
nachos,
restaurants.
you will get literal Doritos that have nacho on top of them, but it was like someone described nachos to a person who had never seen a nacho.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They made a nacho out of that.
Listen,
Yeah.
you guys have some good stuff there. Okay,
Covered in
There's
cheddar
also
cheese.
some stuff I didn't. I tried pickled herring when I was there, and I did not like it. But there's
No?
pancakes.
Isn't that
there's
Swedish?
all kinds of different things. I don't know.
Panakuka
You
is,
gotta
is,
get a
is
croquette.
very good.
Yeah. You,
I
I don't know.
gotta,
We went to some like
Star-
traditional Dutch restaurant and they
Huh.
had it. So
you go to the fast
Isn't there like
food
some
Dutch place?
nasty pickled herring thing? Canned herring? No, mind. That's different. That's different than pickled.
Is that
Stargen.
Hakarl, the shark that's buried in the lye-infested soils of Iceland?
That sounds terrible.
No.
Yeah, Hakarl.
But I-
Stormstorming. Yeah, chat's got us.
Pickled herring is not that bad. I tried it. Like,
All right.
it's not something that I would like
yeah, I
choose to eat with regularity.
didn't hate it, but I was like, I'm good.
Is like
Yeah.
fried fish a big thing there?
I feel
Fried
like
fish
I
is pretty big.
haven't tried a lot of other cuisines, because I just had oysters for the first time like yesterday when I went to dinner with Tanya,
Yo.
Oh,
and they were
Really?
delicious.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
them.
Hell
But
yeah.
it was a
Pacific
nice
oysters are
restaurant.
great.
And I think like I was just afraid of like having a bad oyster experience. You know what I mean?
Oh, when you have one, it sucks. Like it's not pleasant.
and
so
then
you're
you won't
right.
eat oysters for
Yeah.
a few
Yeah,
years.
you're right to be afraid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like hearing about how bad people's oysters experiences were, I had a similar one with like bad crab where I was like, oh, this is a different kind of food poisoning. So I'm like always like particular about seafood and like, cause I feel
Yeah.
like, the texture and the flavor gets so greatly impacted with freshness with seafood.
Yeah.
Like where you think, oh yeah, this is supposed to taste fishy or kind of gross. And then you actually have the good stuff and you're like, oh no, that wasn't fresh. Like
Right.
the crab I had wasn't fresh. And that's why, but like having nice oysters, they just tasted like freshness.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was really delicious.
They're,
and
like, kind of
with the
briny.
champagne sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. It
So-
was really good.
Do you hot
When you
sauce
go to-
those bad boys? What'd
Yeah.
you do to them?
Oh.
Yeah. They had like an in-house hot sauce, champagne sauce. And I think the third one was like a miso sauce.
Yep.
Oh, where the hell did you
Yeah.
go, fancy girl?
You-
Oh,
Right?
should go-
Yeah.
You should definitely get oysters on the East Coast, so we get fresh Atlantic ones as well. Especially
my
if you're
God.
like, because Atlantic oysters taste less fishy and less like that, and they taste like chill. They taste like cold on the East
Also,
Coast.
what's super?
Just have some shower
Yeah.
oysters while
And
you're
and, and it's the only place in the world you can find places
Cold
like
and
that have like happy hour buckashucks, where it's like literally an oyster for $1.
As not a big
awesome.
oyster person, but a person who has eaten oysters, my biggest pro tip. Usually when you go to a place and you ask for oysters, they got like a list of like, I don't know, 4 or
Yeah.
5. Ask for one of each to figure out where you're like, do you like the big uns? Do you like little small boys? What is your like, try the different kinds. Find out what your oyster variety is. Because sometimes them's is too big for me. It's like eating a whole like fist. It's too much. It's like
They taste different too. I had like an oyster
Yeah.
sampler plate a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago.
figure out where your oyster because sometimes it's too much. Like sometimes it's like,
Yeah, we
nah,
can-
that's too briny. That tastes like I just
right.
drank the ocean. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. And most Pacific oysters end up like having that kind of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic ones are much more milder.
All right. I need
Like I love that flavor, but like yeah, it's I feel I'm not
Particular.
gonna be snobby. I'm not gonna like whichever one you want, whatever humps your camel.
Are there people who are snobby about liking briny oysters?
Absolutely,
I
dude.
know several
Yo,
of them.
I fucking
there's
hate
oyster
people so
snobs.
much, man.
Yeah,
Jesus
oyster snobs are
Christ.
just like wine snobs. They're
Oh my
like,
God.
oh no, it's all about the terroir of the ocean and the farm.
That's
and
like
the salinity content. Yeah,
Crendor.
The
right.
terroir.
no, the terroir.
But it's
'cause
terroir.
water.
Right, of course, because it's
That's
not
why-
terror, it's
yeah,
mare.
that-
Yeah.
You think I made this? Dude, you don't know that? yeah, exactly.
God.
Eric is
It's
like
all about that shit.
the kind of comedian who is
Come on.
too smart for his own good. That was a very good line, and it went way over my head, and I was like, "Oh,
Eric,
that's a good
you
joke."
did
The
funny
funny-
shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, but that wasn't a joke. It's literally called terroir, and that's the sad part, and that's how snobby those people are.
Well,
But thank you.
very funny is what it is. Those
Yeah.
people, hilarious. That's a good ass joke. It's very good. Steven, save us from ourselves.
Y'all got yourselves into this. Y'all are getting yourselves out.
I'm doing
All
it right now.
Sarek.
I'm reaching across. Yes.
Sarek. as Aya fiddles with the machine and activates it, what are you doing?
I am going to. Do I have any like jumps, my dude? Can I like jump a platform?
So
Can I, like,
you can try.
hops?
It's an athletics test, DC 12 to jump across that gap. Or you could just run around.
Yeah, but
Can I like help him as an air elemental to like jump
I'm
over
here to
it?
show off,
Yeah,
not to
If
walk around.
Inkara like swoops in and
I'll
helps
help you.
bully Sarek, then it's
Thank
no
you.
roll. It just happens.
You
I'll
are
be the
you-
wind beneath your wings.
I was
Jesse.
just about to say that. Oh,
Yeah, you like leap over there like it's like a wuxia like action flick, like whoosh with
Yeah.
the air elemental flavor.
and
Sarek,
the leaves
I
float
need
around
you
me.
to roll to tell us how cool or disappointing this is.
Athletics check.
Athletics. Yes, Sarek jumps and immediately falls directly off the edge.
Don't
And
worry,
then-
I've got this. Yeah.
And then Ankara,
Then dramatically.
it's like this. It's like that. Woo.
Yeah. Sarek touches down like nothing had gone wrong, like as intended. And then I'd like to go over here and straight up. You mentioned that there were pins.
Yep.
I want to try to dismantle this bridge
Yep.
here.
Absolutely. It's not hard. It's just going to take you the same time that Aya is spending activating the device to
Great.
just like yoink out and crowbar these pins out so that this section of the bridge falls away.
Okay.
Kairos and Ankara, you're still air.
Mhm.
Kairos, you most recently were like right over here next to all these dead guys and the last remaining vial of gray goo.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, I was walking back to join people at the engine.
Cool. Okay. And Kara, anything from your side?
I think I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I guess.
Can we?
I'm
Should we
over
take time to
with-
search these bodies?
That might be a good idea.
That's your skill.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's been a little while since we've gotten any gold, and it might be nice to find some gold on these bodies, huh?
Let's investigate them.
These guys are like not high DC. This guy is, yeah, okay, there we go. Wow, dang. Yeah. 72 plus 86 is 158. Cool. You find a total of 158 gold pieces, most of it on the Clockwork Coven Priest in the center, and the rest of it scattered across the Shield Wallers, who were much less wealthy individuals, but there were 5 of them. That's what you find, and obviously, Sarek, there is one remaining vial of gray fluid.
Yeah, once I'm done doing this business here,
Yeah.
I would like to go back and grab the vial, but also like can I eye for detail any sort of like anything else that would be on them that might be important?
Yeah,
Any
roll
sort
for
of
it.
communiques or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, there's no direct, like, there's no hidden coded messages or like orders or anything like that. But you're Sherlock Holmes. You can definitely figure out.
I want to
some stuff
spot
about-
like a hidden object or something like that. So I think it's perception is what I would roll. I think so. Unless you want me to
Investigation?
I
well-
think it's investigation.
It says for eye for detail. It says investigation would be uncover, decipher clues, but perception would be hidden creature or objects. I mean, I'll investigate. It's the exact same roll.
Then,
It's just
then perception it is. Yeah. 15. So talk to me, Jesse.
Mhm.
Is there any particular kind of information that you want to get? What are you hoping to find?
just more information about, you know, what's going on with this other faction, more information about like why these guys were sent here, what, you know, that kind of thing, or you know, what their plans are, why were they taking anything I can find that would give us any information about this other group, because frankly we have none.
Yeah. So.
And then I'll disseminate what I find according to how I deem it worth disseminating.
Yeah. So here's some information based on rolling a 15, which is pretty good but not astronomical. The individual in the middle, this Clockwork Coven priest, who is like this big, tall, inverted triangle shape silhouette, obviously had some kind of arcane knowledge or ability. In fact, when Aya's synaptic static exploded in the group, you could see the flicker of mage armor protecting the Clockwork Coven priest before the synaptic static burst through it and actually dealt damage. So this individual was very adept at the arcane arts. Aya, being knowledgeable in the arcane, was able to understand and manipulate the device in the center of this platform. Your understanding of like putting these things together, it seems like this group was being sent to manipulate the device to their own benefit somehow.
Okay.
You know, this one in the middle was obviously very important, had a retinue of guards that was accompanying him. You know that these vials are significant somehow, but not why. This is the kind of weapon that you've not seen used by any of the other people in this world. Gotcha. So that seems unique.
Okay.
If generally speaking, you're aware that there's kind of a feud between House Vixatrix, these people marked with the V, and House Arabesque, the people marked with the anarchy symbol, it's possible that like oil is an important resource, and like gaining control over these pumps is perhaps like a part of the ploy that House Vixatrix is playing to try to like make a play for increased power. This is the second like person or group of people from House Vixatrix that has been like pursuing a specific material objective. First there was Vanderkoor, who wanted to get the periaptic piece, and now there's these folks who wanted to like secure this oil. This is some stuff that you're able to sort of identify by like looking at the facts and surmising.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll pick up the vial and gently wrap it in some cloth so it doesn't explode in my bag or whatever. And
carefully swaddled.
Yeah. And then go back and meet the rest of the group.
Cool.
Slowly walk around.
All the way around.
Yeah, and go back here.
Cool. Yeah, okay. All four of you finish with your various tasks. And now it's up to you to decide what to do. Do you just head straight back to the fulcrum? You know, it as your like eye for detailing, Jesse, there's another thing that you find, which is that you could like you can recognize the kind of like scrape pattern that the like boots of the Clockwork Coven priest were leaving etched into the metal surface of the platforms that they were walking across. You know, when like metal is buffed in like a circular pattern, it leaves that like trail of like,
yeah.
You can basically like track that, and you could probably follow it back to wherever it originated from. So you've got like two options. You could go back to the fulcrum and tell Spring Coil that you fixed their oil problem, and he had promised to give you some information as a consequence. Mm-hmm. Or you could try to like trace back where these people came from and find out more information by pursuing that possible trail.
Yeah, I will inform the group what I know, what little I know. And yeah, I guess the real question is, now that we've done this, and I assume we're going to get oil flowing back to the other people. Yes?
Yeah, that's been done. Aya has
Yeah,
like activated
so-
the oil pump.
So, do we need to go back to them?
Maybe not right now.
I was gonna say we have a couple of threads to follow because we're also pursuing someone else that came through here and kind of started everything up.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because we asked if like somebody that looked like us had come through and started pitting these kingdoms against each other, and it kind of gave the impression that they had. So like the oil thing is kind of a symptom of a much bigger issue, is kind of what I was getting. And the house that was formerly in power was like, they were basically overthrown, and that's why those kids are kind of living in the slums. And I know we were like kind of talking about figuring out also like what this the hunt or the purge is or whatever it was, with all these machines kind of coming up and doing the things that they're doing.
Attacking people and also like drilling holes into the structures of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think we have a reason to go back because they're not starving anymore.
That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe we push forward.
Yeah. As long as we make sure there's.
There was also, didn't they need one of these periamps because they had this big thing in the middle, the forge thing that was humming, and they said that they were missing theirs.
Well, what if for right now we leave them where they are, and we move forward, and we see what's up ahead?
The explicit payment for returning would be the information that Spring Coil was able to glean from his spy network. But there is another possible path. Because he was going to pay you. He was like, "Yeah, I'll get you information about what's going on here in this world, and like this queen or whatever. Like, I'll tell you what my spies can find out, as long as you get the oil flowing back, so that my community doesn't die."
I mean, we did it. Can we send?
It shouldn't have said oil's well that ends well completed. It should have said oil's well that ends well, quest updated, return to Spring Coil.
Well, we can charge forward with more direction if we know what his spy network knows.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Maybe.
I mean, we can retrace our steps and come back here, right?
It's a lot easier to get back than it is to come here, because like, can't we just toboggan down the oil path?
Yeah.
You can definitely like shield surf down the oil chute.
Yeah, it's like super fast to get back. I don't know how we're gonna get back here, but maybe they'll know something about that too.
Telekinesis.
There we go. Yeah, we'll float up.
Yeah, we'll all float on.
Yeah, let's Splash Mountain this bitch. I mean, that would also be just a fun activity for the family to go tobogganing down the oil river.
I'd what if I don't?
Too bad.
Then I'll get oil everywhere.
This guy doesn't want to bobsled down the oil river.
Right? Yeah, this guy. Why wouldn't you want to do this?
Is there like something
Amazing
around us that we can use?
I'm going to get everywhere.
Sarek, you could definitely like grab one of the chainmail cloaks from one of these guys and like wrap it around you to protect yourself from the oil.
Can I walk?
Not unless you're walking through oil.
Can I stay here and wait?
Not if you're staying here and waiting through oil.
Are you close to where the oil is? Are you close to the oil slide?
I just want to be near the oil slide.
Where are we standing? Are we like standing around the oil slide?
Unfortunately, you're standing in the middle of a platform. The oil slide is back over this way.
Yeah, we have to go all the way
It
back.
looks so gooey. Viscous even.
Viscatrix.
Maybe we should just split the party, guys.
we're not splitting the party.
I know.
am gonna try
I do
to
think we should go back though, right?
just grab him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just like air elemental his ass towards the oil slide and just shove him down it?
Absolutely. Your ass got air elemental and shoved down the oil slide.
Well, this seems entirely unreasonable.
I'm gonna
There's, like-
follow him as an air elemental and then in mid slide turn back into myself and Kara so I can get a full oil slide experience.
Amazing. So this is definitely like a triptych of like static images that we see of the party variously. Like I'm assuming here that Kairos is just like straight up shield down, like sledding down the oil.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
incredible.
standing behind him.
I feel like Kairos is like fucking surfing, like he's
Yeah. You know how like the kids on bikes, like where there'll be like another kid standing on the pegs, like with their
Yeah.
hands on the first.
yeah.
Like
Definitely.
I'm standing like behind him with my hands on his shoulders, you know.
Marshmallow is like has like nipped the cloak, the hood of your cloak with his teeth, and just has his wings out and is just going. He's got like a full wide grin going. Ee!
Yeah, except he's buff now, so he's like, yes.
He's like ET. He's like ET in a blanket.
This is exactly what I wanted. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hang it on. Yeah.
brother.
He's flexing while he's doing it. He's putting on a gun show back there. Yeah.
That's how these two are getting down there. The first triptych, of course, shows like and Kara just as a swirl of elemental air. And then the second triptych, how are you getting down? Are you just like sliding down, like grinding with your feet in the oil, just like that? Or what's up?
I mean, yeah, I think just isn't it just like a metal tube that takes you back?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah, I just-
absolutely.
in
This
the
isn't
oil, it's like
hard.
a water
It will do
slide,
the
man.
thing regardless of what you want.
Woo! I don't care. I'm good dirty.
Sarek.
Yeah.
Are you or are you not face first?
Sarek is definitely face first.
Amazing.
Yeah, just like screaming as oil fills his mouth. He's like losing his mind. Yeah. Flailing wildly the entire time. Yes.
I'm right behind him. My arms are around him. Yay!
Wargarble.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog drinking the fire hose.
The four of you just like slide shloop straight into town, straight into like the town center where there's like a depressed area in the center of town that is now filled with oil.
Sarek does
The
that
children-
oil spin where he's like slowly spins into the center
Yes,
of town.
like all four limbs splayed out, just doing the slow rotate. The children are all like, there's like a fountain in the middle that's like spraying oil into the air, and the kids are all like jumping around.
I'm just gonna run over them and start playing with them.
Yeah, Amix runs up to Sarek and just like looks down at him and then just like gives him a hug.
Aw.
Sarek like looks at him and he's like, cool.
Spring Coil comes out of his hut. Let's see. Do I have a description for this guy? Yeah. I think I might have described like his arm as like a little bit rusted over, like obviously not well lubricated, and now it's like glistening with new oil as he comes out of his hut, and he says, "Ah, good friends, I see that you are successful in your attempts. Please come back to my hut, and I can tell you a tale if you stay a while
No.
and listen."
Sarek murders the whole town.
Here we go, killing again.
Sarek kills everybody. Everyone dies.
Anyways, we reload the save.
Yeah.
One of you just like slaps a hand over Spring Coil's mouth before he says it. We know. We're on our way.
Yeah, we click past the dialogue. No, we're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done this before. Okay. Yeah. Am I still covered in oil?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna try and not be covered in oil.
Okay.
Someone help me remove this.
Spring Coil sort of like goes over to a corner of his hut and opens a chest, and he says, well, they're not much used by us clockwork folk, but for you visitors from the prime material, we have found that it is sometimes valuable to hold on to various detergents and water. Here, you may avail yourself of the facilities. And like the box is literally like there's like 6 bottles of water in there and like a bar of soap.
Great.
How about a beer?
Great.
There is an ice cold beer in the box.
Sarek doesn't know what that means and just proceeds to begin to clean himself without care if anyone's around. He's just like, oh my God. Unreal.
Spring Coil generously turns his back and addresses the rest of you. Says, well, my companions, first of all, I thank you for your service. This is a great wealth that will secure the fulcrum's survival for many more cycles. You had asked me to investigate houses Vixatrix and Arabest via the spy network that I occasionally listen to, such that, you know, allows my people to survive under the grinding wheel of the great houses. I have heard back and have information such that I might share. I can tell you now that House Vixatrix concocted an alchemical magical reagent that they called the Veil of Shade. And it was a visitor from the prime material plane called Queen Tanith who purchased the Veil of Shade from House Vixatrix. In return, it was Queen Tanith who descended into the depths and struck the tooth from a single gear that caused House Kalaka to fall to pieces. This was the payment rendered to House Vixatrix that allowed them to produce the construction for her. He sort of looks around.
Sarek's acting like he heard nothing and is just cleaning himself off.
Okay,
You don't
so
seem terribly surprised.
I predicted this.
Yes, you in the beanie.
Is it bad that now my brain has immediately jumped to like, I would like to see what Lo-Fi Isle looks like?
Hell yeah. I'm into
Right?
it.
Yeah, like with the beanie and with her short silver hair, like kind of with headphones on. Like, what would her headphones look like? You know, what is she listening to?
They'd have spikes on them.
You know, and instead of beats to study and relax to, I feel like hers would be like beats to gaze into the abyss to,
Yeah, yes.
beats to commune with elder gods to. You know, and I feel like it would just be a lot of like chanting, like monk-esque chanting,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Gregorian.
Yeah, yeah. And then instead of the cat in the windowsill, it would be Marshmallow.
Aww.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, sorry. Just like gaze at Sark. I remember before in our last episode, I tried to read his mind, and it came up with pudding.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So now I in character is not sure if Sark is so stupid he doesn't know anything, or if he's actually a genius who has learned to shield his mind from her delving. So like
He's
now
just-
she's just
he's-
like,
Look, this man doesn't even drink the shower beer.
yeah, she's just confused.
Cool.
Like, you're so dumb. You're actually smart.
Yeah, that's when she's at. Where it's like,
it's a negative float error. It's just looped around to positive 6.4 billion.
so in Arkham Horror, there is this character named Hank who's a simple farmhand, and he doesn't have to make horror checks when he first encounters a monster. He only has to like kind of process that horror if you can't kill it in one turn. And me and my friends always laughed at this, where it's like at first he's like, that's just some kind of messed up dog there, Cletus. Pow! And then if the thing's living, he's like, oh, that ain't right. And that's when he takes the sanity damage. But he doesn't take the sanity damage if he can kill it in one turn. He can ignore it, you know? And I feel like Aya has this feeling with Sark where she's like, is he just so simple he's somehow like actually really strong, or
The world may never know.
Fantastic. Yeah, he nods and he says, well, it seems as though this isn't particularly shocking to you, but I have to say it is a bit surprising to us, as there is very clearly some relationship between the Veil of Shade, which was produced by House Vixtrix, and the Iron Wind, which now scours our world. It seems as though this house perhaps was the progenitor house of the Iron Wind. House Kalaka, of course, was the ascendant house at the time, and it was the fall of House Kalaka that cleared the way for House Arabest's eventual usurpation and ascension to the top of the Great Wheel.
and House Cloaca is not good.
Oh, well, how good are any of the noble houses?
Yeah.
There's rumor of another house ovipositor, which we won't speak of.
It's in the lore now.
Well, friends, do we want to disassemble the caste system? I guess is our question now. Are we as outsiders the best people to do that work? I don't know. Wait, Aya has really low wisdom and really high intelligence. We should come in and solve all these people's problems for them. Because as outsiders, clearly we know better.
Yes, these simple people don't understand the proper way of capitalism.
I don't. I do have wisdom. It's a good idea. Maybe we should talk to people and kind of see what they want.
See what they want. I mean, I suppose we can. If these people can understand
Simpletons?
what
What do they want?
You know, does a dog begrudge its chains?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Oh.
I love that this is the perfect example of these two characters.
Yeah, dude. Oh no.
Yeah, it does.
Oh. I thought I didn't know better.
No, animals should definitely be free. As a druid, that is a strong belief.
Guiding principle.
Oh shit. Well, Marshmallow, you're free.
I love you.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't he been here of his own will this entire time?
He didn't know that though.
Oh, and Kara.
Yeah, he wasn't sure.
The wily ways in which warlocks work may not best be a conversation for now.
Find familiar is kind of like firing a flare and asking for a friend. And I saw Aya's flare asking for a friend, and I answered. And now I'm Aya's professional friend.
Yes.
It's a difficult job, but someone's got to do it.
But there was a glitch in the system because you swiped right on me, but I swiped right on someone else. But the system somehow was like, oh, hey, you swiped right on each other. And that is a problem.
You say that, but we all know it was like 2 a.m. and you were like, "I'll take any familiar. I just don't care."
Familiar.
It's probably
with,
that,
it just
like-
ends with an R. There's no IAR. Just like familiar.
It's
Well,
probably
okay,
like
listen, familiar requires a premium subscription, but familiar is free.
Familiar-
And I thought,
familiar.
how bad is it gonna be? You know,
Oh, it's
the
terrible back
off-brand.
end. Yeah.
That's true.
there's
True,
probably
true.
like a great picture of like some dope ass like red blood colored raven with like a tiny little rainbow serpent on its shoulder, and you were like, swipe right. Yes, look at this hunk.
And then my Halloween costume.
Hello. You swipe right on my profile.
Yeah.
Didn't you
Until-
like the picture of me with my friend?
Yeah, until he showed up, you had no clue which one was which. You were just hoping it was the big red blood
Big
bird,
gamble.
but no, you got catfished.
I like brooding and preening my feathers. Yeah.
Incredible.
You
I
like
have vicious
voting.
fangs.
Yeah. I was like, so if you like, but which one of you are you in the photo? It's like, oh, I'm the friend.
I'm the pretty one,
Yeah,
the good looking one.
I'm the one with the feathers. No, but like specifically, oh, I'm the attractive one. Yeah.
I have 2 eyes, a snoot.
A snoot.
I feel like he would also describe himself as like being very fit.
Yeah. I work out from time to time.
From time to time.
I get
From
wing
time to
twitches.
I like to foam wall.
Foam wall. I mean, he is just one big spine. Well, he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he's
he
Trogdor.
literally just like when he says I
No,
like to foam roll, he just like turns himself into a wheel.
Mm.
Okay, I guess we can ask people.
Yeah, spring
We'll hung
coil,
up on
like
this whole
y'all are like,
talk
oh, but what do you people
Begrudging
want?
the chain thing. Yeah.
Yeah, spring coil says, well, we here in Fulcrum are a simple people. We don't desire power, and we also don't particularly desire the suffering of the people who have inflicted suffering on us. But it certainly would be nice if they stopped. All we want to do is live here in our community in peace, and Arabest's beasts roaming the halls of the world are a nightmare to deal with, and the iron wind, which has appeared within the last 60 years, makes the lower depths of this world impassable. And it would be nice to feel like these people aren't constantly hounding us and causing us trouble in our daily life.
I'm still washing.
The idea
Yeah.
that you think people are gonna do the right thing without you forcing them to is cute, but very seldom true.
It's don't take me for a doddering old man, if you please. I have been around for a long time. It's not so much that I think that they'll stop treating us poorly without us making them. It's more that my energy goes to the people I care about, not the people I dislike.
I understand, but if you keep spending resources on the wound is still bleeding.
Mm.
And I feel like you're so focused on the blood transplant, trying to get more fluid in, you're not realizing that you're losing it faster than you can refill it. Does it make sense? The hole in the boat is bigger than the bucket you're using to bail it with. At some point, the hole has to be addressed.
I understand. You believe in concepts like justice and equality. You believe that there is a hole in the concept of justice, and it must be stoppered by the excision of the tumor which is causing the bleeding in the concept of justice. But I believe in people. What I believe in is those children, and he points out to the fountain where children are laughing and frolicking and playing. And he says, I believe that what we do defines who we are, and what I desire to do most is simply to create a world where these people can live happily and comfortably. But the reason that I am talking to you is because I believe also that while my efforts are best focused here and on securing a good life for these people here, you have come to provide us with a unique providence. And you provide us the opportunity to eliminate some of the pressures that would threaten our way of life.
What's so good about your way of life?
Damn! Whoa! Whoa!
I was gonna say, should we leave or? But,
Whoa!
okay. Never
What's
mind.
so
All
good
right.
about you?
Roll initiative.
Damn!
You're asking him what's so good about his way of life?
Yeah.
Yeah. He sort of shrugs and he says, if demonstrating to you that the people here care about each other, care for each other, and take care of each other doesn't sway you, then I don't think that anything that I say can. The goodness of the way of life that we have here is each other. It is in community.
Those kids were gonna die out there.
And so are you.
I mean, eventually, yes, but I'm not a kid. I'm not a child that has to worry about whether or not I get enough food to eat.
Well, thanks to a quintet, he nods to Marshmallow, of very kind strangers, these children no longer have to worry about starving. As you can see, you have restored the...
Fuck you. Fuck you. I was that kid. That was me. And I didn't have a quintet come and make my life better. I had to do that shit myself. That was me. Yeah, I was the kid that didn't have food and that had to go out and do dangerous things in order to feed herself. I grew up in a mining town where girls had no value because men go to work in the mines. And I didn't have 5 magical strangers pop up from a different world with like some dragon with a lisp and be like, oh, hey, little girl, we'll save you. No, I had to fucking fix that shit myself. And part of it was because nobody else around me in my community would fix it for me because they were all soft-spined fuckers like you.
He smiles kind of sadly and he says very softly, I'm sorry. That was very unfair for you. You deserve better.
And so if you understand the concept of unfairness, at some level, you have to understand that you can't continue going on this way. Sometimes you have to take up the soup spoon, and sometimes you have to take up the sword, dude.
He spreads his hands and he says, what you see around here, it was built by myself and others. But I am the one who found this place. I am the one who secured the oil. I am the one who laid the foundations for the first homes. When you look at me, I invite you to see my body as it truly is. I'm 876 years old. My clockwork has seen far better days. When you look at the newer models that I'm sure you encountered up above, I think you can very easily see that there is no contest in a battle of steel. If I were to take up the sword, my work would be ended very quickly. But if I find safety, and I achieve security, and I build for the future, then I can continue my work for decades still. And in this way, I can provide for the little girls who perhaps need someone to guarantee that their home is a safe and comfortable one. We all have our talents. Mine tend to be about building shelter and perhaps occasionally negotiating and finding information. Your talents, I think, are uniquely useful and valuable.
Have you heard of a warlock pact? And would you be interested in it?
I love that. That's Aya's response. Can't you just make
She
yourself
literally has
stronger?
negative wisdom. Negative.
Have you tried
As
not
if
being
Ron's
bad?
talking. This is Aya that's like, maybe you don't need a sword. Maybe you just sell part of your soul. And then, you know.
Are we on the path to not trusting this guy? I only
Imagine
ask
a great
because
worm
that would
whose
work out
name
well
is
for me.
Velzerathoth. Imagine.
Are you gonna like make this guy pact to
Destroyer
Velzerathoth,
Of
who you are,
realms.
who is pacted to you?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Destroyer of realms. These little metal worms, he makes them look like maggots. He almost destroyed the world. He had to be skewered and pinned to it to bind his power.
Why are you saying these things?
I'm just saying he could help these people.
The dragon
Yeah.
that
Velzerathoth.
that vanished through a bubble.
That punctured through the dome because he's so friggin' powerful.
And
I
when's
didn't
the last
even
time you
see
talked
that.
to when's the last time you talked to this person?
I can talk to him right now.
I would love to see that, he says while still scrubbing down. Please show us.
Sure.
Okay?
It's going to take me a 10-minute ritual.
That's fine. We've got plenty of time.
All right.
Let's see it happen.
All right. I'm going to do it.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
We're waiting. Show off to our 800-year-old friend here.
I'm going to.
Good. I can't wait.
Let me look what I got for this. I'm going to attempt to. Oh gosh, what do I have here? I think I have contact other plane as a ritual, but
Mhm.
he's not on another plane.
Are you sure about that?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Okay.
Pretty sure he is on another plane.
Shit. Okay. So I'd spend 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Most of it's just me stretching, cracking. And I take the human femur out of my bag. Remembering his number.
Yeah, awesome. You dial in Velzerathoth's number on the human femur, hold it up.
Huh.
It
I
bursts
hope I don't
into
go insane.
flame.
Oh fuck.
It stands up on end in the middle of the floor, flaring like the brightest viridian orange purple that you've ever seen. And out of the fire comes like a miniature form of Velzerathoth, it wreathed in flame. And he says, "What is thy bidding, my master?"
I don't even respond to him. I just turn around to Sarek and go,
And that's the end of our show for today.
My dad can beat up your dad.
What is thy bidding,
my
my
God.
master? It's a disaster.
Disaster.
Skywalker,
Skywalker,
we're after.
But if he could be turned to the dark side.
Yes,
I'm
he'd be a
your
powerful
father.
ally.
I'm your
Another dark
father.
Jedi.
I'm your father.
He will join us or die. We got Death Star. We got Death Star.
God. Oh, I love you, man.
The early 2000s. Bless. That was a good time. It was a good time. All right, well, that's
And-
it for us. But before we go, let's go around this screen here and find out what everyone's up to. Britt, how you doing? What's happening with
good.
you?
I just started 2 new writing classes, so I'm in screenwriting school now.
That's amazing.
So I'm taking classes twice a week. And I also signed up to get a PhD in ufology, which is the study of UFOs.
Ooh.
And by the end of the year, I will be a certified paranormal investigator.
When do you start taking classes? I'm honestly,
It's at my own pace. So I've scheduled Fridays as like study day. So on Friday I'm starting. So
When do you think?
I've been wanting to do IRL streams. Like, can you be my IRL stream
Oh,
partner?
you want me to be your producer and we could make a fucking investigation show?
I just
1,000%.
Britt, like, when do you think you'll be ready? And I mean this, to come on Chilluminati as a guest to discuss the process of getting your ufology degree. Because I honestly think that'd be a really funny,
I
like,
should have it in
good
like 6
episode.
months. It's like a website run by a man named Doug.
Great. Yeah. Look, I'm here for it. I think we would love to have you as a guest.
Honestly,
like
like,
every
I just
website.
want to be a certified. My goal is to get on one of those documentaries like Ancient Aliens, because I was watching and I was like, how do these old men get on here and just say random shit and they're called the ufologists and doctors? And then I looked it up and it was like, here, get your
You just
PhD
have to, like,
in
write a
ufology
book.
online.
You have to write a book about some bullshit you made up, and then you're in. It's that easy.
I even have a catchphrase already. So, I mean, I'm
Don't say it here. You don't want to give it out
I'm
right
not
away.
going to. I'm gonna save it for you. But yeah, maybe like 6 months. That's what I'm doing.
I want your catchphrase to be like, now that's a close encounter.
It's so close to that, Jesse. It's so close to that.
Now that's a close
But
encounter.
I point with it.
Yeah, all right. Okay, good. I am super excited for that. Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Steven, oil's well that ends well. How
All's
are
well
you?
that ends well, everybody. Yeah, not much going on over here. Just shipping Horizon Forbidden West, which is gonna launch in 37 days. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait for you to play this game. I'm super hyped.
I am very excited. That's all I can say. I can't say anything else.
Yeah. That's all from me.
Bronze, what's up with you?
Hi, hello. I'm that bronze girl. Monster Hunter Rise just launched for PC, so I feel like you're probably gonna see me playing that a lot this week. I'm hard at work on the relaunch of Shikar, which we now actually have like a date that we're rapidly approaching.
Ooh.
Maybe January 25th. So that's exciting. And there's other stuff, NDA. Most of that's all the writing stuff. I didn't realize it, but my video for Matt Colville's channel, MCDM, just dropped. It's a series called like So You Haven't Tried, I think, which it is, and each of us is like a different DM talking about a system we like. I chose Blades in the Dark. Yeah, I went through and looked at and like answered some of the comments like I do anytime a project goes up, but I'm gonna now spend the next 12 hours in that horrible anxiety hole, which is being a woman on the internet talking about something in an informative manner, because I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of people telling me exactly what I did wrong and exactly what a hack I am and how I don't deserve to be making a video about Blades. But I think it's cool. So if you've never heard of Blades in the Dark and you're curious in hearing about it, yeah, there's a video on MCDM's channel and you can check it out. And I'm sure I've made mistakes like any human can and will, but it's still a pretty great video if you just want to get an idea of what the game is and a general rough idea of how a session of it runs. That's me. You can follow me on Twitter. And you can follow me on Twitch.
Bronze, do you know Froscarin?
Yes! I have played D&D with them, and
Good.
I saw the video she
Yeah,
dropped
good.
yesterday, and it was amazing. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I always get, and this isn't like, oh, that the people have already done. It's literally just like anytime I talk about anything on the internet, I get like, I'm always like, I'm not qualified to talk about this because it's always like a wave of like So you think you're a Monster Hunter expert? So you think you're a comic book expert? So you think you're an MCU expert? Let me talk to you about why you're not. And I'm like, okay.
Can I tell you, even though I very much know that it is a way worse problem for women on the internet, I too worry about that shit. Recently, I did a brand deal thing for Final Fantasy 14, and the way they wanted to word it in the text was like, Final Fantasy 14 expert Jesse Cox. And I was like, whoa, time out.
Yeah.
I've only played for a year and a half. Yeah. I am not an expert. Please do not say that. And they were like, well, what if we just did anyway? I was like, the community is going to lose its shit. Like, I'm going to let you know now, do not say that. And they were like, yeah, but what if we just did? I'm like, I'm warning you. So that's all I'm saying. It's like the internet sucks is the real answer. And you shouldn't have to go through that. That's garbage.
Yeah, I just get crazy imposter syndrome and anxiety.
You are no imposter. You are Jasmine, the bronze girl of the internet. You is no imposter. Look at you with your beanie. Your beanie, and you got you got a little flex on right now. You're like kind of like a little bit flexing. You have a Christmas tree in the background still. I mean, like, you know.
That's good. It's
Damn.
good.
What?
Our
There's
Christmas
nothing
tree's
about
over
you
there.
that
I
isn't
moved it
cool.
over there so it wouldn't be in the background because then I'd feel embarrassed. But you're just rocking it out.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yet. If it was dead, I would throw it out, but it's not dead.
Mine's not dead either. That's because it's plastic.
See?
Have you seen those things where you can rent a tree and they deliver it in the pots and then they can replant it after you're done for Christmas? I wonder how much that costs. It seems like it costs a lot, but I think that's lovely.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That makes
Eric,
sense.
what's going on with you?
Dang. Yo, I've been obsessed with crosswords. That's what I've been doing. I've been streaming myself doing some dictionary.com and Waypo crosswords. Getting my time down for it. I love them.
Are y'all wordling?
Oh
Yeah,
I'm wordling.
we wordle.
Oh yeah.
Today's Wordle was trending. Did y'all get it?
I got it in 3 guesses.
No,
Nice.
no spoilers for those of us in chat who haven't done the
I
work.
don't wordle.
Fine.
I don't know what it is, and frankly, I don't like it.
It took me a little bit, but besides that, I also love I just been playing a lot of like little small games like Super Auto Pets. I love Super Auto Pets now, which is like an auto battler.
Yeah, but with
And
pets.
yeah, and it's really cute. And I play on my phone when I'm supposed to be sleeping. And then the other game is Slice and Dice, which I cannot recommend enough. It is a dice builder roguelike game for your phone and desktop. It is very addicting. You could sink like an hour or so in it. I lost my whole last weekend to it, the dang thing. I got a car also.
Nice.
Yeah, I got an EV. Yeah, I got a Kia Soul. I call it it's a Smurf mobile because it's like a blue with a white top. But it's an EV and I love it. And driving in Ireland after driving in the US I'm sorry, it's insane. It's very, very different because it's the right side of the road. It's the left side of the road, but everything is literally inverted. It's like playing on mirror mode. And so like all of your stuff is you had to learn pretty quickly. And but I'm allowed to drive. That's the weird thing. They let you. Yeah. So like I have to take lessons and stuff like after a year. Like I have to go do the tests and stuff, but my US license allows me to drive on the other side of the road on the other part of the car for a year. They just like, yeah,
That's
you
pretty
do it.
wild.
It actually is very wild. But you know,
Trusting people there.
But I've been able to go on a lot more like hikes and stuff nearby. There's a lot of really cool, they call them mountains, but like Ireland does not have mountains. They have hills, right? And so I've been getting out a lot more than I'm used to.
You're about to get a message, a strongly worded letter.
You're not even
dumb
really
American.
Irish.
You have no idea about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not even really Irish. How would you know what a mountain is? You don't
filthy
even know how to
Yank.
drive.
Yeah. Anyways, that's me. Crosswords, small little games. What about you, Jesse?
Me? Oh boy. Hey, I'm gonna take this time to shamelessly plug weird stuff that I've been watching because I like weird stuff. If you want to get real weird with it, go over to Netflix and tune in to the Korean horror drama show, whatever it is, Silent
Silent
Sea.
Sea? Oh yeah.
Go watch that.
Oh yeah.
Weird as hell. Loved it.
Is it
Bizarre.
good?
Oh, it's great.
I need to watch.
It's wonderful.
I'm gonna pitch you. Here's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna pitch you a
Ooh,
scene.
sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm gonna pitch you a scene, and this
Okay.
is it. This is the one pitch. All right. So the team, no spoilers for anything. The team is on this base on the moon. They walk in. It's like creepy, kind of like the lights are flickering. They're turning the power back on.
Love
and
it.
the main character
Here.
sees a like stairwell descending into darkness, and she turns and like stares at it, and she keeps looking at it. The music starts going like it's weird, and then it is one of those snap things where one of the other characters is like, "Hey, are you all right?" And she's like, "Oh yeah," but the camera that's been looking down at her from the top of the stairwell down in like the darkness sort of frames her in a square at the top, and she's like standing in the white silhouette. Looks very creepy. But as she leaves, the camera from the bottom of the stairwell does this like slow pan with her behind a wall, and it fades to, and it like goes all black, and the entire time you're like, was that just a cool camera shot, or is there someone down there watching them? And it's that kind of vibe the entire show, where it's like, what is, it's a real slow burn to total insanity. So enjoy, have fun. Gonna put it out there. It is very, very good. Also, the doctor gives me very strong mommy energy, and I'm here for it. I love her. I love the doctor. I am in love with that woman. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my shameless plug. Go watch a weird show. I'm not gonna spoil any of it. Just enjoy. Just be prepared for strangeness.
Super dope.
Anyway.
I'd seen it, but I hadn't started watching it.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm going
give
to.
it a. It's certainly a like it's. I
Guys,
don't
I'm
know
really
how-
sorry. I have delivery that I have to go get right now. But
Okay.
Bye.
It's very weird. Just enjoy. You'll. Oh well, all right. I didn't know that's what that was gonna be. Anyway, here we are. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you all
Bye,
next
everybody.
time.
You gotta do the sound. It has to be that.
Wow, wow,
Whoa, 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 oh yeah. Bow, bow, chicka, chicka. Bow, bow.
That went a different direction. I was trying to lead it to the
Bow,
the-
bow.
eldritch.
Chicka, chicka. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Boop.
shut up.